You're watching the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
Oh, wow, look at that. 1 for 1. Something worked. It worked. New look Monday here on the show. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. And we begin with some breaking news. And that is Deshaun Watson is the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns and will be in week 1 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So congratulations to Deshaun Watson for winning that job after a wild weekend. I guess that news conference really didn't matter.
No,
and he said it wasn't going to matter, but I guess he lived by that.
I mean, if anything, that news conference I felt like got him a lot more haters now than ever before.
Yeah,
like
absolutely
to try to throw a pity party and say people don't like you and everything, and they were booing you when you got injured. Like, did it ever dawn on somebody that maybe you're not really a good person? And when I say you're not really a good person, yes, you were, accused of 27. I'm not going to say allegedly because they settled, but he was accused of 27, terms of sexual misconduct with massages and everything, with massage therapists. And 24 of those got settled out of court. So far be it for me to say, yeah, man, you're innocent, because I feel like when you settle 24 times with 24 different women, you probably got an issue a little bit, right?
Yes,
so
something was up.
Yeah. So don't expect people to come at your knees and worship you for being a good person because you play the most important position in all professional sports. If you're a bad guy off the field,
yeah,
cry me a river.
It crossed my mind this weekend. I'm not going to say. I told a couple people it's certainly not a feel bad situation. It's almost like when these guys get themselves in positions that they really don't know how to get out of, it's wild to watch in front of the world, and that could be anybody. It could be, a politician, whatever. We pay attention to the sports world, and so we've seen it before where you just dig the hole deeper, and I feel like Watson is that. And the crazy thing is Watson, before that, was an MVP candidate, so really had played well, and I was mixed on him coming out of college, how well he would play in the NFL. Well, he was on his way to having a hell of a career, It looked like, with Houston. But beyond that, he was known as this tremendous leader and really tremendous guy, in the locker room at Clemson. That was the story. I always just think that dynamic is wild, and now how he's painted, right? Or how he's presented himself to the point where, it has got to be some kind of place, man, when you injure your Achilles and they're cheering you, and then you go out there when you're healthy and they boo you. That's some kind of mental space to be in, and obviously doesn't handle it well. And then you had everything going on. I didn't know what was going to happen today. I didn't know if Watson would be named the starter. I think somebody said there was a 74% chance all of a sudden they thought Shedeur Sanders would be the guy. And maybe Watson was doing this basically be like, well, then cut me, get me out of here. I know I'm not winning the job to get out of the situation. Are you surprised that they named Watson over Shedeur Sanders?
No, I'm not surprised at all. I think in terms of talent, when both are, on their game, I think Deshaun Watson's better. And I think right now with Todd Monken, it's not about building for the future or trying to, groom a new quarterback. It's about winning football games. And yeah, you don't have a lot, I think, at your disposal at the quarterback position, but I think Deshaun Watson gives you the best chance right now to win football games. So I'm not surprised.
How much is this? Hey, he does start on the road. Do you think if they started at home, this would be the one? He's got 2 chances basically right off the bat. I think they have first 2 games on the road to maybe, hey, get in the win column, play well, have a chance before he comes back home. Or do you think there's just zero factor with the home crowd versus Deshaun Watson?
I think that's zero factor because if you're Todd Monken and you're worried about your starting quarterback being a little nervous because this home crowd's going to boo him, then maybe you should just let him go, honestly. Yeah. If that's where we're at as an organization. So I don't think it matters if it's going to be at home or away. And this is football. And, people want to live in the moment, and they want to say you're only as good as your play is going to dictate. If Deshaun Watson comes out, knock on wood, but if he comes out and, balls out against the Jacksonville Jaguars and, they go 2-0 to start the season off, and then people forget all about what happened to Deshaun Watson.
That's the domino that needs to fall for him.
That's just the world that we live in. But obviously getting to that point is going to be, much harder, I feel like, than expected. But people have short-term memories when you're winning football games.
Absolutely, they do. That's the part of it. All right, do you think it's a difference? Do you think it makes a difference week 1, whether they did play Watson or Shedeur Sanders? I'll give you my thought. I would have rather played against Sanders if I'm the Jags.
No
a
doubt.
young guy.
Yeah, without a
because
doubt.
I've seen the good out of Watson before, and I don't know. It's in there somewhere. It hasn't been good, apparently, in training camp and these preseason games at all.
Yeah.
And he hasn't played football in a long time, which is a very hard thing to do, and I think that's another bit of evidence that, hey, you can't just take years off of football and then just ride the bike.
Yeah.
But I think I would have rather faced Sanders if I'm the Jags.
No, without a doubt. I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer because we've seen the – well, have we really seen the good of – we've seen this. Well, that's about it, you know.
That was some kind of interview as well on the sideline.
Yeah.
Did you watch that one?
Yeah. Well, that, DeMar Hamlin, that was interesting. You see that?
I saw the celebration, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, the comments after that were pretty – yeah.
Do you think? Wait, maybe I didn't see
Story
that.
of Cleveland.
Did Sanders say something after that?
No, but people were saying that
Oh,
Sanders should have.
I saw that.
Should have,
Yeah.
reciprocated with
yeah,
a
I
certain celebration that probably not the most appropriate.
Yeah, I saw that. What I don't understand, one thing about Sanders is interesting to me. Is like, he obviously comes with a lot of, pageantry, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's called fanfare because I'm not really sure where the fans are on him, but he's a polarizing figure, obviously a big name, mostly because of Dion, because of a decent college career as well. And,
hey, Brent, decent. The guy got his number retired. Show him a little respect, please.
But what I don't understand is players in the league doing it. Because to me, that's like more like you got to get a sign of respect, I think, in the league before you're starting to do his celebrations. And why
not
they
anymore,
even
man.
give that the time is surprising to me.
Oh, because I mean that's what it is, though, right? Like when, to me, it's an older veteran thing versus like the new school guys. Like I think, and I don't even know how old DeMar Hamlin is. I feel like he's been around for a bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Now
So when you have this new, I mean,
upper
listen,
20s probably.
and when you talk about polarizing, I mean, kid threw his own draft day party, right? Like. That's what it is. Like when you get a lot of attention, and it's not necessarily for your on the field capabilities, but it's more for like how you act off the field. I think veterans got a problem with that, and veterans will always play within themselves, but also like kind of go above and beyond to try to make a point. And like DeMar Hamlin doing this, or any player that wants to talk smack is doing that. Like they just don't like how this younger generation's coming up with maybe not necessarily the best skill, but they're still known and they're still celebrated because of who they are off the field.
Yeah, get the swagger without doing anything for it. Yeah, at least in the league.
And I appreciate it. Like I'm
You're
I'm
okay
all
with
for
it, yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's entertainment. Sports entertainment. James Gladstone said it himself.
Yeah. Oh, that is true. They play into it. Hamby,
What's up?
Watson or Sanders?
Who would I rather face?
Yeah.
Shador. He's no good.
Okay, then let me ask you guys this. So since we're all on the same page here, how good is Watson anymore? Like, does he fear you? Does he put any fear into you?
I don't know how you could have
In
any
week
idea.
We haven't. Yeah, that's the thing.
been
We have
so
no idea,
long.
man.
Okay, well, so we don't
You
know
throw
that. But
Achilles injury
are
in
you
there.
afraid of him at all in week one? Are you fearful that he does?
Yeah, there's
find
to
the
me,
yesteryear.
There's like a 5%, 10% chance that he comes out and looks like
Yeah,
$1 million.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not necessarily because we don't know what it is, but I'm afraid of the Browns. I'm afraid of their physicality, right?
I'm not concerned with that.
Okay, well, I mean, it's not like we've seen the Jaguars like in terms of like that hasn't put me to rest yet in terms of physicality. I haven't seen enough in training camp, and we obviously can't see in the preseason games. So I think physicality can be the ultimate equalizer. I'm not necessarily worried about Watson. I think he's like even right now without seeing anything like in terms of a regular season game, I'd probably put him at like 22 to 25, and I can't remember like where I ranked him on Hamby's exercise, but it's not that good. But I am scared of if they can keep the game close and everything like that and make it more interesting than it should be.
Well, listen, I think he should be. First of all, it's the NFL, but secondly, it's week one. So when you're the favorite in week one, I think that's an interesting place to be. When you're like, okay, I don't know where to pick a game, well, then it's up for grabs, obviously, regardless, whether it was week 8 or week 1. You got two equal teams. Who knows what happens in the NFL? I think when you're the underdog a bit and nobody expects you to do anything in week 1, I think you have there's a little something that scares people because week 1 is goofy in the NFL. We know that. We just don't know what to expect.
Yeah, but the Jaguars are the better team.
Without question.
The Jaguars, like what happened with Carolina last year.
Yeah.
Right? Like we kind of all knew what it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And we could say, oh, Carolina, physical, young team. Like, no, Jacksonville took care of business. Right? Like, I expect the exact same thing against the Cleveland Browns. Maybe even, honestly, maybe even more. Because I had a lot more respect for Bryce Young, even though at that time he was kind of still around the fence about him, than I do with this Cleveland Browns offense and Deshaun Watson leading it.
Yeah, well, they don't have Myles Garrett. They lost Alex Wright over the weekend as well. I mean, so
Quincy Judkins is still out, right?
Who's that?
Judkins?
Run back. I got to check that. Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know whatever. I've just seen the headlines on the quarterbacks. But
Judkins is questionable.
He's questionable?
He's questionable?
Okay. So, yeah, listen, I agree. What are the Jags? Do we even know that yet? I'm assuming favorite-wise?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, you got to go like what, -6.5?
Let's guess. Go. What do you guys think? I'll look it up.
-6.5.
Yeah, that's probably what I'd say. I'll do 4.5.
Oh, Hamby. I'll take that all day right now.
I would too, but
you got to go 6.5 or even 7.5.
I think they're hesitant to throw out pretty big lines on week 1.
7.5.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Man.
That's just more respect. Well, I'm going off of I don't think they respect Jacksonville a lot, so I didn't think they'd put 7.5 more than 10.
I mean, that's fair. I just think that they don't respect the Cleveland
And
Browns.
40.5, by the way, over under, which means like they just don't think Cleveland's going to score.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Jags coming off a 28-point per game season. And I know Cleveland has some players. Like, they are not void of players. They're not like rebuilding Miami or what the Jets are or were or whatever. Like, or Tennessee last year. I mean, they've got some players. They just look always to be a mess. And Monken in his first one has to corral everything. I always say I'm a big fan of Todd Monken. Boy, is he he's in the middle of it. As you said before the show, he signed up for it, and he absolutely
you know
signed
exactly
up for
what you were getting into being the head coach of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. He had some unbelievable quotes over the weekend, too, though, even on Watson. He's like, well, if you don't want to get booed, then play. Well,
yeah.
Right? He said something like, we're in the service business. Whether you get a cold soup at a restaurant, you're going to be pissed. If you don't win games, you're going to be pissed. So you appreciate the forward nature of Todd Monken. And then he's got the whole tight end situation. Is it Daquan Wright?
Yes.
Which we'll talk about a little bit later. But he's got even that situation going on where they actually cut him. And he said he was getting calls from Lane Kiffin last week.
Yeah.
Which is just insane. Hamby, how do you like the new look?
I'm a big fan. What do y'all think?
Yeah, man. I mean, we used to be that blue-collar meat and potatoes type of show, and now we're kind of joining the bourgeoisie a little bit, if you will.
Bourgeoisie. What a pool.
You got that, right? Now we're getting a little more fancy with things, right? And I like it. Looks good.
Yeah. We got an over-under on mistakes on the show at 3.5, says Chandler today.
Oh,
just
wow.
because of some of the new stuff. I was like, that's pretty high, man. We might be walking out of here pissed if it's 3.5.
3.5, that's a regular Monday for Hamby. What are you talking about, 3.5?
He said he's trying to make some money.
Okay, well, let's at least be fair. That's like saying the Browns, are underdogs by 4.5. Like, let's at least set the line to 7.5 here for Hamby.
Hamby, do you know how to get you on the screen?
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
There we go. Oh, look at you coming in HD 4K.
Yeah, look at that.
Something like that.
All right, Black Parade left town. Look at you with the light.
Turn the lights on.
Look at those pearly whites you got smiling there, man. Look at that. Oh,
there you go.
I like that fade. Can you do like a crazy zany one where it's like a 360 you kind of come in?
I have one filter into the fade, but
okay. Well, I'm gonna need you to like a star sweep or something, something crazy.
You want to ramp that up?
Yeah, then bring a sound in too when you come.
But okay, I do have
Hamby's entrance every time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I do have really good news that I found out about 9:15 this morning. Part of one of the inside baseball here is because we've done a lot of updates. I will now have a soundboard inside that's automatically within the system, a.k.a. with one push of the button, I can do this.
Y'all having a good time out there.
Not panicking, but this is just an example.
Not time to panic. Not quite yet.
So as I've now built this, I will have plenty of buttons to push.
I was going to say, how many buttons did you have to push to get to that?
I like
no,
it,
I
man.
meant in the past.
Yeah, a lot more.
Oh, dude.
It felt like it was a one-button thing.
You got to go on YouTube and look up the song real quick and then convert it over.
But now I literally have a button on my thing that says panic.
Okay.
Very
I'm
good.
looking at
You've
it right
labeled
now.
it. Good.
I have.
Do you have a Nick Mullen celebration button? Because my guy, when he's got some time to throw in the pocket.
Oh my gosh, give me a break.
I mean, do you trade him now, Brent? Do we trade him now for some draft capital? Like teams are interested. Teams could use a starter out there. How are we looking with Nick Mullins?
I thought you was going to come in today tooting Joey Aguilar's name.
Yeah.
That guy.
Everybody's in love with
That
Aguilar.
guy, that's pretty legit.
I thought it was hilarious yesterday, though. Like, the funny thing is, so Aguilar goes, he's 10 for 11 now in the preseason?
Big time numbers, yep.
Yeah, good numbers. And it's funny, Mike, even my wife was at the game, and I was like, you're still here?
Oh,
with
yeah,
Ty.
yeah.
Even when Aguilar's playing, I was like, that's impressive. You're still here. But she's like, I like 17.
Yeah.
And so you get a lot of that, right? And I just thought it was funny because if you go back and watch the presser yesterday with Liam Cohen, he gets asked pretty quick off the rip about Aguilar. And he's totally like downplaying everybody's excitement.
Well,
I mean, he's like, okay, fine. It's basically like I could feel him. It was like, he's like, all right, we're not going to go nuts about a couple of vanilla plays, about throws that he shouldn't even be on the practice field if he doesn't make.
Number
type
speaks
of stuff.
for itself, Brent.
And then he's like, fine, I'll play along. And then he starts like saying, well, I did like the one play to Pena where he goes through his progression. I just thought the whole character development in a soundbite or two.
He wasn't there for it.
Oh, he's so over it
Cohen.
too, man. He's so over the backup
So-
quarterback talk. Get him to week one. He doesn't want to talk about the third string, fourth string quarterbacks.
I thought it was hilarious. I was going to say, where's the chat?
The chat's very active. We haven't quite figured out how we want to display it. This is probably not going to be our final look for the chat. But for now, I wanted to throw it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Good deal. Yeah, we were going to go.
One at a time here, looks like.
And well, actually, we used to have 3 at a time. Now
Okay.
we've got 5 right there. That's pretty good.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah, we know. I know him. He's blurry. That will be a fix. He's got to focus that camera somehow. But he's got a lot going on right now. We're fine.
Yeah.
If that's the problem today, Hamby being blurry, that's okay.
I mean, I thought he looked better than usual, but
Yeah, I could see it going in and out. That's
Okay.
good observation.
okay.
So welcome in on the chat.
I mean, you can't take one of these 25 high definition cameras in here and put it in his.
Well, we might be able to.
we go.
I am now going to have to. If this is going to be our chat, I need my glasses on during the show.
Yeah, I don't plan on it being the
Okay.
final product.
Which
here.
is fine. I just I'm going to have to.
Hamby as the
I'm going to have to Doug Peterson this thing up.
Yeah. Hamby as the architect with you and Sesnick that you are we gonna stay with the black background, or are we going with the Brent Martineau milk of magnesia white?
What do you mean?
Remember how
Yeah.
Brent's like he has like his.
He's going with the black background.
Okay, cool. Because Brent's got his white screen on his phone.
Yeah.
And we always made fun of it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah. It's okay. I know you got a lot of things going on. It's all good.
Yeah.
How does Rude Dog know what a
I know.
stream deck
Well,
is?
come on. Come on. Everybody knows what
Hamby
everything
burner.
is.
That's a burner from Hamby. Exposed.
Take the spread week 1 all day. Meaning what?
I think that means take the Browns -7.5. I think is what PJ's saying.
Well,
Even
that
though his
Browns
last name
fan
is
jumping in.
Brown.
Is that what's kind of the correlation there?
Maybe.
Kind of your mind goes there, doesn't it? Hey, speaking of anything, jump at you at the preseason game.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. There's always things that can jump out at you. Come on now, you just got to look deep.
Yes, you have to-
Well, for real. I mean, like, what? I'm not just gonna watch it and then like not analyze stuff. Like that
Not have a
sounds
take.
Okay, let me ask you
stupid.
this: outside of Amir Abdullah,
Okay. Ventrell
anything
Miller,
you got excited about?
well, I think Ventrell Miller is obviously your starting route linebacker until further notice, and I understand Liam Cohen is going to purvey like, hey, they're going to use both of them, and I truly believe that. But where it stands right now, based off of what I've seen, I trust Ventrell Miller a lot more than I trust Branson Combs.
Why?
Physicality in the run game, and just awareness. I thought it was super evident with Ventrell Miller more than it was with Branson Combs. I thought Branson Combs, the pass interference calls, whatever, but in terms of being able to fill a hole, be physical, and make plays, I don't think he's there yet. So I'm going to err on the side of the more sure thing. Maybe like not the most sexy, playing style, but you know what you're getting with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I said all the time, when you go into the bar, sometimes it's the girl that, not necessarily like the sexy girl, but it's the girl that's got a good college education. She can talk whatever she wants to talk, and you're good to go. Like, that's what I feel like Ventrell Miller's bringing to the table right now. It's the meat and potatoes. It's physicality. It's stopping the run. More than like, oh, hey, can he blitz here? Can he drop back into coverage? Like, give me the sure thing of what we know right now more than a hope.
Bye. And everybody thought it was tough being called the Camp Darling. Sorry, Ventrell, you just got compared to the girl in the bar. That's not sexy.
I think it's a compliment, man.
And it probably is.
Yeah.
So is Camp Darling in its own way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, and I think if you're going to go one way or another, at least for a lot of the plays, let's just say, Ventrell Miller, first of all, comes with a lot more experience, and secondly, comes with the thump, which you want to be able to at least set the tone physicality-wise. I agree with that. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that Combs will play at times. I thought it was interesting with Combs because if he makes the play on Ted McMillan, which obviously is a tough matchup. Right?
Why was he on Ted McMillan?
Yeah, that could be the next question or the first one. But
why was the best weapon by far at training camp on any side? Why was your linebacker on Ted McMillan?
Could it just be the whole vanilla?
Well, it was a scheme. I mean, it was a scheme thing, obviously. But I'm just saying, let's not.
Yeah, you hope you don't.
Let's not do that in the regular season.
But we will get some weird matchups at times. But my point is, he was right there. And so if he makes the play on McMillan, I really have a feeling we're coming in here today, or at least people over the weekend are like raving about it, because we've never seen a linebacker cover wide receivers or tight ends or anybody very well around here anyhow. So I just think they'd be raving. And of course, he got in there on the blitz too, like through the line of scrimmage, and at least made a little bit of an impact there. So I thought if he made that play without the flag, I thought people might have been raving about Combs over the weekend because of that one play. Obviously, it didn't happen. And I just continue to think, and I think you are the same, it is going to be interesting to watch the amount of snaps the linebackers actually play outside of Foye. And that is going to be the big focus. But that also could come down to how comfortable are they with Husky and Ransall, because that still is way up for grabs too at this moment.
It is, and I felt like especially Ransall, I felt like he didn't really set himself apart like I expected him to do.
I don't think he has.
Well, once again, it comes down to in the run game, like he does a good job of using his speed and athleticism to find the hole, but like I haven't seen a safety yet that like enforces his will and can like drive guys back. So, I mean that's been the thing I've been watching the entire training camp is what safety wants to set themselves apart and say, hey, on dime packages you can count on me. I still think we're gonna have to go into Tampa Bay and the joint practices to kind of see if somebody can set themselves apart. I thought Yasir Abdullah, and if he passes all the drug tests, because I don't know how he's doing this at his age.
Amir Abdullah.
Sorry, Amir Abdullah, the running back. I thought he looked good.
He looked fantastic.
And, Jamari Taylor.
By far, he looked the best out of anybody on the field for the Jags, in my opinion.
And people were intrigued by Jamari Taylor and everything. I know a lot of people, that was the training camp darling. I think Abdullah's made it to the point now where it's like, how can you justify cutting him?
Yeah.
Right? Especially if LaQuinn Allen's going to be out. He obviously showed that he's still has the receiving prowess and his capabilities, and dude ran hard. Should have had a touchdown, right? Like if he catches that and everything. It wasn't perfect, but I think that's a guy where experience, veteran savviness, and the ability to kind of be an every down running back as he showed, I'm intrigued by that.
He had a whole drive basically by himself.
Yeah.
Right?
And you've seen him in training camp too.
Well, here's the deal. He's been so good in training camp, I think the Jags intentionally kept him out of the New Orleans game because they didn't want to show him too much. They didn't know what they were going to do with him. They still don't maybe know exactly what they're going to do with him. I think it's become a little bit more clear. And on top of that, I don't think one play makes you make the team or not, but DJ Dallas fumbled a little bit later in that game, right? So that didn't help his cause. Obviously, the injury to LaQuinn Allen, we'll see. He looks like he's moving around to me very well. So I got a feeling he'll be back for week one, at least just the eye test.
Yeah.
And when he's out there at practice or on the sideline, he doesn't look to be laboring on anything. So hopefully he'll be back. But then, yes, I mean, Abdullah's been so good in camp for them, and now these games that, I mean, I just guess he's your fourth guy.
I mean, the way it looks right now, like I said, Taylor, I mean, people liked him a lot, but
Maybe,
I think.
But you could put him on the practice squad.
Yeah, more than
I
likely.
think you put Amir Abdullah on the practice squad, he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Taylor has. I guess Taylor doesn't have the possibility, but like the age is a thing though, right? Like how many teams see Taylor and say, okay, well this guy's young, right? He just got in the league and everything. Like he showed a little promise. We can work with that. Compared to Abdullah, where it's like, all right, well we've seen this guy for how many years now? Like there's scouts that are saying I was in high school when he was.
It's pretty amazing, man.
Yeah.
It's
I
pretty
think
amazing.
every team in the NFL has a UDFA running back that they like.
I would agree with that. I was thinking the same thing, which means you won't just go
them.
grab the other guy off the practice squad, most likely.
Yeah.
On a very small sample.
But I'm keeping Abdullah like hands down right now over Taylor. It's just the way that it is. And I got into this with Pete a lot on last happy hour. I don't know how much stake is being put into these games in terms of evaluation, because he's under the impression that there's not a lot of stake being put into it. Like where you see what players are capable of are more in the joint practices, right? That's where you're grading guys. That's where guys are getting their starting spots or their depth. Like it's more of the joint practice than it is in the preseason games, and I disagree with that. And once again, this is different times. I understand. Like, but when I played, you did good in practice, so you got the reps in the preseason game to showcase your skills. Now it seems like there's such an emphasis on how you do in these joint practices where it's like, okay, we're going to evaluate that, and then what you do in the game is more just a cherry on top. It's extra. It kind of confirms things. I don't agree with that, and I'm not sure where Liam Cohen stands. Maybe that'll be a good question for him. But, like, I look at the preseason game still of the ultimate test, where what do you do when the lights are the brightest? What do you do when, it's probably a little more chaotic and less controlled than you would in practice? And if that's the case, then yeah, Abdul all day. If that's the case, then Ventrell Miller all day. I don't know what every single rep in practice looks like, and I don't know if Liam Cohen's like, or I guess it'd be more of a Coach Camp thing where it's like, hey, we like what Brandon Combs is doing in practice, he'll get the starting nod.
Yeah.
I still think the game means more than anything as it should, but I understand there's a lot of emphasis these days on joint practices as well.
I think there's a little semantics in here, but I'm gonna disagree with you probably and lean a little bit more with Pete on that thought overall, because 37 players were out of this game. And then if you count the 3 specialists, that's really 40 because they got to play. So 40 guys out of the 53. I mean, maybe there's a couple of injuries in there that might not make the 53 that were kept out, but that's basically your entire roster, and those are the main guys. Yeah. And those 37 guys or 40 guys are getting a ton of the reps in the joint practice. So I would say, yeah, to some degree, the Combs, Ventrell Miller, the Muhammad's, those kind of players, the back end that you're battling for, sure, the game has a lot of meaning. Because those are where the reps are. They're not even getting the reps in the joint practice. Mm-hmm. I mean, the joint practice is really reserved for those 1s and 2s. And maybe a mix-in of some of the back-end guys. But those guys aren't even really getting work in those. Yeah. This is where they're getting their work. So it's like 2 separate entities. But being honest now with the Jags, I mean, all these guys are fighting for practice. The guys that played the other night, with the exception of the few that we just mentioned, they're all playing for practice squad spots. They're not even playing for the 53. I think the 53 is already determined, essentially, with this football team. Not every year, but with this football team this year. Maybe a spot or 2, right? B.J. Green won a spot in week 3 of the preseason last year. So that does exist. So that's why there's a little semantics in what is being argued there. Mm-hmm. But I would suggest that, yeah, I think I don't think it's meaningless. That's not fair to these players that will end up on other rosters, end up on practice squads, get the call up. I think that's not fair to say that it's meaningless. I just think there's really not a ton being learned that's going to help you win games on Sundays from the preseason games.
Yeah, and once again, my only point is, like, if you have the Ventrell Miller, Branson Combs conversation, if you have the running back conversation, I don't know if you're putting full stake into these games or if it's more at practice.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I would put a lot more into the games. Like, if you put it in the games, to me, then Ventrell Miller is your linebacker.
I feel that. Though.
But I've also seen Branson Combs shine in practice, right?
Yeah,
Even in joint practice. So then it's like, okay, well, this guy's good in joint practices. Like, does he get more reps?
Yeah.
That's my only point.
I get what you're saying. I think, and again, that's why I do think I would agree with that point. I think it's a bit of a tiebreaker. How about that? Like, I think that how you practice, how you do in the joint practices, this is a good tiebreaker. That's why they're playing. But let me give you an example of a guy that I think the joint practices will mean a hell of a lot more for how he has a role on this team than any game. And even though he shined in the first game, but that's Emmanuel Pregnon. Like, Pregnon didn't even play in this game. He shines in the first game. All of a sudden, obviously, they get hurt. They have some things, but it's really, now they're a little bit more healthy. You feel better about it. And he still wasn't playing on Friday night to get more reps. They saw what they needed to see from that standpoint. But this week is going to go a long way. Tuesday, Wednesday, when you're out there, keep a close eye on Pregnon. Because I think Tampa's going to throw a lot more stuff at the Jags in these joint practices than maybe Carolina and even New Orleans did in the first two. And the Jags might do that on the other side of the ball as well. You kind of mix more of your looks in, potentially, especially since they're not playing each other this season. And I think this is going to be the test, Tuesday, Wednesday, how good the Jags feel about Pregnon. Because, the vanilla stuff, the blocking has been good. But how does he handle, like we talked about last week, how does he handle games? How does he handle stunts? How does he handle everything being thrown at him?
It's got nothing to do with it. How does he handle Vita Vea?
And how does he handle Vita Vea?
That's the question.
Yes.
Like,
Can he handle that?
if I'm Tampa Bay's defense, I don't even need to run like exotic looks. You have one of the best nose tackles / interior defensive linemen in the entire NFL. So I'd love to see blitz pickups and everything from Pregnon as well. But I need to see how he does against one of the top, considered one of the top interior players in the NFL. You can't hide from that. So you're gonna find out really quickly.
Hamby, do you have in your mind, because there's a lot of noise, right? And everybody can group think here, and the narrative is Pregnon's going to be the left guard. I am holding out for that a little bit. By the way, get your envelope game in, sports@actionnewsjacks.com,
right.
And really probably by the middle of the week, we'll shut that off, or maybe a couple more days. But we're getting down to that, where you send them in, sports@actionnewsjacks.com. What's the opening day starting five for the Jaguars, especially since Cole Van Landen has come off the PUP? We'll hear from Cole later in the show today.
Okay.
But Pregnon, do you feel like he's the guy, or do you feel like he's got to prove something still?
He absolutely still has something to prove.
Yeah, man. It's one preseason game.
Well, I'm just telling you, everybody seems to have penciled him in as the left guard.
Well, because you have no choice. What's the other option right now? Listen, he didn't play against Carolina in that game because he made such an impact against the Saints, where it's okay, well, let's rest him now. He's our starter. He's starter by committee. They don't have a lot of depth right now with injuries. And Cole Van Landen's coming back and everything, and we'll see what it looks like. But they have no choice. So, they went into that Panthers game saying Pregnon is our starting guard right now, because what else option is there?
Well, here's what I would say.
I think
Milam's was back at practice yesterday. Mm-hmm. So to me, it's pretty eye-popping that a guy who's been with the Jags for 2 years now, also a third-round pick, you can't rely on him enough to play right guard in this pinch, and we're not talking more about that. And I know he was out of practice for a couple of days, but we're not talking more about that and keeping Ezra Cleveland at left guard for now, but we're talking more about Pregnon left guard moving Cleveland to right guard. So I think that's really the significance for me. Now, you could throw Walker a little in the mix, but that comes down to Cole Van Landen, and do you think he's ready? And that's a little bit of a mystery still by week one. So I just think you take Pregnon, Ezra Cleveland, and Milam, and we're your two best guys. Well, we know Ezra Cleveland's one of them.
Right.
Okay, but Pregnon's left guard because he's always played left guard. You're more confident putting him where he's played his entire college career at left guard, where he's going to have a tackle in Harrison more than likely that can help support him as well, than you would saying, hey, Pregnon, you're a rookie, welcome. By the way, you're going to play a little out of position, play right guard.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
And then Ezra, we know you're probably the biggest athlete on the team. That's cool, but we're going to put you in the left guard. Don't do that.
Well, no, that's not my argument. My argument is, where's Milam then? Milam's been playing right guard.
But he's been banged up
2 years. Yeah, but he's back now. Why can't we just assume healthy, he's going to be the better option at right guard? That mix is going to be better as him right guard, Cleveland left guard, than Pregnon left guard, Cleveland right guard.
Because it pretty much boils down to who's better right now, Milam at right or Pregnon at left.
That's exactly it. That would be the
Pregnon at left.
Yeah.
If the answer isn't Milam at right, there's an issue.
Isn't that concerning?
That's the point. Why isn't Milam better? I think is then.
But in fairness to him, to your point, it's not like he's had a ton of injuries this camp. He just was out day to day for 2 practices last week. But he did have injuries last year. Yeah. So that slowed him down, much like a Ransaw. But I would suggest right now you're wondering, hey, Caleb Ransaw, where are you? hey, Wyatt Milam, where are you? Those are 2 third-round picks from last year, and I think it's fair enough to be critical right now. This is why they drafted him, for these kind of moments when I'm looking for a third safety, when I'm looking for somebody to finish out my top 5 on the offensive line.
Right.
And right now, that is not the case. Instead, you've got 2 draft picks from this year in the 3rd round, ironically enough, with Husky and Pregnon maybe coming to take their lunch.
But are we really surprised, though? Because Milam was a tackle his entire college career. Caleb Bransall was a cornerback, not his entire college career, but that's what he played.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised when you take guys and put them in new positions. It's going to take a little bit. This is
we're going on year 2, though.
Huh?
Going on year 2
for Milam.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's still a tackle. I do, and I think Ransall, is. I mean, we'll see how the safety thing works out. They obviously need it to work out, but this is a problem. I think when you take guys from one position and say we can tailor them and make them into our image and put them in a different position.
Yeah. Again, I don't. It's not a full indictment yet, but I think it's a little bit of an indictment on those guys. They can't hold off these rookies.
I agree.
Or be a better option. Or even to your point, right tackle is kind of open right now. Mm-hmm. But Walker Little's more of a veteran, understandable. But you were hoping to upgrade that spot with a guy like Milam even in the 3rd round, and it doesn't seem like that shook out that way quite yet. So, and if you want to keep domino affecting that, you could be, well, why hasn't Walker Little stepped up in a better way so far this camp to give you more confidence that he can be that guy? Who cares if Cole Van Landen's back week 1, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the bottom line is their depth hasn't fully shown up in some of these spots to where you probably would like it to give you that, hey, let's go. But Pregnon has.
Yeah,
to this point, Pregnon has. That's the point.
And also, I'm not going to, close the case on Milam yet. Dude was hurt last year. He had his knee last year. And, he's been banged up in training camp this year. Injuries happen, man. It's not ideal, obviously, but, he didn't necessarily get, the full 100% full shake last year because of the injuries. And this year he's been in and out of camp.
Yeah, well, we will see. As Glenn says, versatility is a positive. Versatility is a positive as long as you know what you've got. Versatility in moving people all over the line of scrimmage to try to find what you have at this stage gets you a little nervous.
Yeah.
You'd like a little bit more of sure things oh, I know they fit here, here, and here. And I think the Jags are getting closer to that. So, that is a better sign. All right, let's hit a break. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jacks, 24/7 Network. I did want to just wrap up the preseason conversation with, do we actually see a point relatively soon? I'm not telling you by the time I'm dead, if preseason games don't exist. Are we about to get an alternative? There's a real thought that we could get to 2 preseason games, right? Because 18 regular season games and 2, when will that come? Doesn't seem like it's imminent. Seems like it's unavoidable at some point that we will eventually get there, just like 16 went to 17. And so that would limit the preseason games to 2. Mm-hmm. But are these joint practices a better alternative? Is there some way to work this into your season tickets? Is there a better alternative than the product that's being put out there in these preseason games? Probably an annual conversation, but feels like it's ramping up even more right now. Let's discuss that when we come back after the break. Here's the lineup on a Monday, by the way. Our game of the week was a dandy from high school football on Friday night. You get to watch it again at 3 o'clock. You get to talk it up, and it's a championship game week for the Jacksonville Waves. They'll Upshot League will play the championship game on Saturday, so join me, O'Brien, at 2 o'clock, and then at 3 you can watch the game of the week between Bulls and Columbia. It's 20-19 final. Really a good game. Hey, check out Renna's Pizza, rennaspizza.com. Now 50 years in Jacksonville since 1976, and they've got a new location, Deerwood Village, that's now open. It's a beautiful spot, too. Bay Meadows and Southside, so go check it out right there. Renna's Pizza, rennaspizza.com.
Attention Jacksonville drivers, we heard you loud and clear. You told us oil changes were taking too long, and we listened. That's why we're proud to introduce our brand new Nimnik Express service. We've added additional staff so you can get your oil change without ever having to book an appointment. Just pull into our express lane and we'll take care of it. In the neighborhood, running errands, just realized you're overdue? Just stop on in. No appointments, pull in, get out, get going. Nobody but Nimnik.
No one does it better, plays harder, bigger or delivers more sports than CBS 47, Fox 30, and streaming on Action Sports Jax 24/7. The only local, multi-platform, round-the-clock streaming sports show in Jacksonville.
Yeah, thanks, Brent and Austen. I really appreciate you having me on.
From high school football, college game days, the AFC,
wide open, caught for a touchdown.
the NFC,
He gets there, touchdown, Seattle.
the PGA,
Unbelievable.
World Cup soccer, NASCAR,
Denny Hamlin, big-time victory in Nashville.
baseball,
Fly ball deep center, up it's going back. The ball is going long.
local Jag shows,
You feel the energy in here. There should be energy. Jags are in the middle of a playoff race.
and of course, your official stations of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Lloyd, pick six. Breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
We have all the sports, the exclusive interviews,
We got the best fans in the NFL.
the biggest games, the live events to help make your business soar. So hold on and see why live sports is where you need to be. On CBS 47, Fox 30, and streaming on Action Sports Jax 24/7. Get in the game.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game. We show no mercy. Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown! Duval! ETN is going to take it all the way.
Right here on CBS 47.
CBS 47.
Right here.
Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
It can be a silent killer, but awareness is getting louder. Blood clots take more lives each year than car crashes. And just like driving, you have to be defensive. A few easy ways to protect yourself or someone you love are to learn your Caprini risk score and ask your doctor about your blood clot prevention plan. Emily's Promise is a local nonprofit named for Emily Atkins, a young woman from Fernandina Beach who died after a preventable blood clot following a broken ankle. Her legacy is now driving change across Florida. The Emily Atkins Family Protection Act strengthens how hospitals screen for clot risks and train staff to recognize warning signs. Blood clots can affect anyone, including athletes, and the signs can be easy to miss. So be aware, be defensive, and help beat a silent killer with loud attention to risk factors and symptoms. Learn more at emilypromises.com. That's emilypromises.com. All right, welcome back here to the Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. Hope you had a good weekend, pretty wild weekend sports-wise in terms of some of the things that were coming on. Entertainment business was really ramping up around the NFL in particular. And we already talked to Deshaun Watson. If you're just jumping in, Deshaun Watson will be the starter in Week 1 for the Cleveland Browns and Todd Monken. And so he will be here in Jacksonville. The Browns seem messy right now, but don't let that hide from the fact that they've got some decent players. They're not the doormat Browns by any means. I think they're going to give some people problems. And Austin thinks from physicality standpoint, Jags better match that and be able to show that because you will have to do that against the Cleveland Browns. But no doubt about this, the Jags have to get off to a good start. I mean, this schedule gets tough. The next 2 weeks, I think, are massive at Denver and home against the New England Patriots before you then take on London a couple weeks later with the Philadelphia Eagles and Houston Texans. So we know the first 6 games have so much focus, but the first game really has a lot of focus because it looks so attainable and so winnable. We think the Jags are the better team, and part of that is you want to come out flying a bit. So I think that is important. Speaking of Deshaun Watson, is this the stuff that he said over the weekend?
Yeah, I thought, it was kind of blowing up.
Yeah, it was blowing up. I mean, we talked a little bit about it, but I guess we assumed that everybody had heard it, which is probably a bad thing to do. Here are the comments that he made that had everybody talking about Watson over the weekend when it came to the fans booing him out on the field, the home fans.
Man, I didn't have no reaction. I think the biggest thing is I think you guys know too, and I think the whole world knows. It has nothing to do about the performance. It's a little bit personal than that. So I think it's a disrespectful thing. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep whatever I feel with me and my family internally on how I feel about that. And yeah, just move on.
You just told us how you feel about that.
Deshaun, that winning and playing better would eliminate some of that booing?
Last time I played on this field, I tore my Achilles. And that same fan base, they cheered when I got hurt. So does that have to do with, what does that have to do with anything about performance? When a person get hurt, especially for your own city, and they cheer.
Does any of that make you regret coming here?
No, I don't regret anything in my life. You know, I think the Lord put me through situations for a reason. So I don't regret anything at all. But, you know, I had different thoughts on how it was going to be. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes, you know, the tables turn. And I'm patient enough because I'm a child of God to, you know, wait for that time to change. So I'm not tripping on it.
There we go. That's the spirit. The Lord put us in situations.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Really? That's how we're gonna play that.
Theology class needed.
That's how we're gonna play that.
Theology class.
Yeah.
I
You think God's okay? It's all right, man. We'll get you through. Like, no, dude. Like, don't.
Yeah.
Like,
pick and choose.
There has to be some sort of accountability.
Yeah.
And there has to be some sort of self-awareness. And like Hamby said this, I don't know if it came over there, but like he's saying he's not gonna talk about it. You went on a 10-minute TED talk talking about it that it affects you. So don't BS us and say it is what it is. I'm not. No, because then you went on a pity party and saying why is everybody booing me when I get hurt and everything. It's got nothing to do with your play. It's got everything to do with the type of person that you are. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. And honestly, like, if that's where we're at now as the quarterback of your starting franchise, where you don't have the wherewithal to say, I wonder why they're booing me. I wonder why people don't like me. I mean, if I'm Todd Monken, can you really read a blitz then? Yeah. Can you really call an audible?
That's a good question.
No, seriously. Like, if your IQ.
Well, right now it sounds like you can't.
And yeah, I mean, you want to talk about intangibly rich. This is intangibly food stamps right now. And if you can't even have the self-awareness to realize why people don't like you.
That's phenomenal.
I'm not sure if I want you on my team, honestly.
Well, we thought that could do a number on him because of all the things you just said. Instead, it named him the starting quarterback.
Dude, I can't wait. Like, listen, it'll happen. But one day when I have, like, the worst take of all time on the show and like, receipts get brought back and, like, the entire season, I don't know what it could be. But, like, it'll happen. It happens to everybody. I'm going to have the worst take of all time. And what am I going to say? God's got it, man. It's all good. God put me in this position. God spoke through me where I had the worst take of all time. And now God's going to deal with it. I'm all good.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a go-to for a lot of these guys. But I think I do. We understand exactly what he said about it's not based on performance. But the crazy thing is, if the performance is better and could be better, I think more people would turn that leaf over a bit.
Absolutely.
You know, and it just isn't. So that's his problem, right? Like he has not played well in camp. I think I saw one time he had 9 interceptions in camp or something. That's a lot in practices, and that was pretty early on. I don't know what the recent display is. So he just hasn't played well on top of all this other stuff. And, of course he doesn't regret anything. I mean, he's got $230 million guaranteed. He got the worst contract ever exist in the NFL. Like, ever.
And maybe people are upset about that a little bit, too, as a fan base?
Probably, because it hampers them.
Like, I can't believe the pity part. Like, I seriously can't. The audacity to have the woe is me attitude.
Yeah.
After everything that you've done.
Yeah, maybe the only thing to me is maybe he's feeling this way now because some of me believes that at this point I thought it would be over. But he hasn't done himself favors in the meantime in the last year to kind of put it in the past. And this is case in point.
Yeah, this is another
point. This is a huge one. Like, if I'm a Browns fan and I was just about over it, now I'm not. Now
you're not
I'll
over
probably
it. Yeah, it kind of reignites the flame,
exactly.
right? Like that's where I was this weekend when I was telling people.
This happened 4 or 5 years ago.
It's not feel bad. Like, again, feel bad's a bad way to say it. I don't really know how to say it. It's just that when you watch people spiral, and I was with you, I was like, well, this is a little surprising that time has passed. Mm-hmm. Apparently, time does heal wounds, for a lot of different situations. And, I mean, you look at some of the situations around the NFL, and people have, from a Mike Vick to other things, right? People have, when time's passed, they don't, everywhere they go, villainize Mike Vick anymore, right? I mean, that is past. He did his...
there's still some people that
I'm sure there are,
as there should be.
Yeah,
honestly.
and that's fine. And some people don't forget it, but I do. So I was with you
people
a little bit.
People have already forgotten about Vrabel.
Yeah. No, that's not.
But
there's levels of this.
It's different.
There's tiers of this.
I mean, the dude. Okay, well,
but there are tiers of this, right? Tiers morally, TIERS.
Well, morally, it's all messed up, right?
It's all messed up.
Yeah, but. Yeah, there's probably a little bit different level.
I think
with
people
Deshaun
would
Watson.
put them in different buckets on occasion, and I don't know which one's which. I think that changes for people. That all depends on on how you view things. Sure. But the
God put me through. God didn't make you do. You think God's watching that press conference going, "Whoa, now, ho, no, man, chill."
Yeah, don't bring me.
Come on,
this.
man. Like, come on.
Yeah. But I must agree with you, Hamby, to a little bit. I thought time would have passed enough that we weren't still talking about how the fans are reacting. And we are. And again, this isn't going to change it or hurt it. And it's the home fans. That's the thing. That's the difference. The away fans would be one thing, but it's the home fans.
Oh, Jacksonville's going to boo the mess out of them.
It's fans everywhere, Brent. It's fan like. And listen. I understand, Jameis had his whole thing, right, when he tore his Achilles and Jameis stood up and that's being a great teammate, and I understand that side of it, right? Like, you share a locker room with a guy, so you have his back. Cool. I don't share a locker room with Deshaun Watson, and I don't really know Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
What I know Deshaun Watson of is what he's been accused of, what he's settled out of court for, and all that stuff. So I'm going to sit here and say, you probably aren't the best person, and I don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
Right? Now, maybe his teammates and everything can feel a different type of way, but if Cleveland fans want to boo you, they pay the ticket, and guess what? They're sacrificing a lot more than you're probably sacrificing with your paychecks every once in a while, even though those settlements probably cost a lot of money. I don't blame Browns fans.
Yeah.
Like, it's been the factory of sadness for how long? There's already frustration built up, and then on top of it, they got to deal with a guy whose moral compass is so skewed and flawed that it's like, why is he representing us? Like, it's one thing to be a bad team with good people. It's another thing to be a bad team with crappy people.
Yeah.
That's what Deshaun Watson is right
now. Real quick, what do you think the exact response will be when Deshaun runs out on the field in Everbank Stadium 2-3 weeks from now?
I think it will
How are Jags fans going to treat him?
I think it'll be booed, because especially this. This, I think, helps it. I don't know what it would have been if he ran out there in general, because we're not in that whole world of this every day, right? So I don't know if people around here had forgotten or whatever. I don't think it would have been crazy. I think now it will be. I think now people will jump on that train. They're going to put them in as much of an uncomfortable spot as possible, because that's your job on the road as a home stadium.
Yeah.
And so, I think the first time he runs out there, I think it's going to be loud. But I do think it's magnified because of this weekend. If he doesn't say this, I think, yeah, you'll get some boos. But I think it would be less noticeable. I don't even think we asked the question. I don't even think we might not even notice it. We might come in on Monday the next day and be like, hey, did you notice the boos? But now we're going to be looking for the boos. We're going to anticipate what the reaction is. And, again, that seems like a 3 years ago type of thing that would have happened in Jacksonville. Well, now it's back on the forefront. And there's one other thing here. I think somebody told me in the chat or on my Twitter that he's 7-0 against the Jags. He's been he's hammered the Jags.
The punctured lung, too, that one time. Remember?
So,
he could even ride an airplane.
Yeah, there's reason to not wish Watson a happy welcome, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You think you'll boo the most out of him, Austin?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think people will be much more excited for the Jaguars. Like, Deshaun Watson's kind of an afterthought. Like, I think the Jaguars fans will boo any quarterback. But, like, I don't think Jaguars fans aren't scarred and flawed from the fact of what Deshaun Watson's making and necessarily maybe like what he's been accused of for so long. I think it's more of just like, all right, this guy's a starting quarterback against our team. Let's show him what's up. Like, I don't think there's going to be extra, like, venom or like signs and stuff. Now maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, maybe not all that. I think the boos are going to be louder now.
Okay, I'm sure, but I think people will be more excited for the Jaguars than they will be to boo Deshaun Watson.
I believe that.
But honestly, I think Sanders get the same treatment.
Probably.
So like it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like Dylan Gabriel's just like, hey, if you guys want like a nice chill quarterback, I'm still here.
A UCF.
Yeah, no, honestly, yeah.
Nobody dislikes him.
Well,
but like they have some issues, man.
They do have some
issues. Because like if Deshaun Watson doesn't work out, you put Shador in, teams are gonna make that a priority to shutting him up too.
Absolutely,
dude. If I'm Todd Monken, I'm pulling a Josh. I'm leaving. I'm pulling a Josh McDaniels. I'm like, you know what? I was wrong. I mean, can I come back to Baltimore? I'll be the quarterback. I'll be a quality control. I don't care. Just get me out of Cleveland. This is ridiculous.
Honestly, hey, we got a spot for him back in Athens.
Let's go.
That's
what I'm saying.
Welcome him back there.
OC, that'd be fun.
Get me out of Cleveland.
All right, hey, I'm gonna have to step out for a few minutes, but I want to tee this up for you guys. The preseason game's a snoozer, right? I think for a lot of people, preseason games have been a snoozer.
Come on, Brent, you interviewed Travis Hunter. Ratings have never been higher.
Well, we try. I'm not saying the production of that. I mean, you hear from a lot of players and stuff, but that's the way you have to do it in essence, because if you were just watching 4 quarters of that, it probably wouldn't be the greatest thing in the world to watch, right? No different than even Seattle and Tennessee last night. Same thing, all over the place. But the Jags are not going to the league is going to a place where the starters, if they haven't already, the starters aren't playing much. So do we see a day, my question's simple, do we see a day where preseason games are no longer? And, again, it's part of the season ticket package. I would suggest that you put those joint practices against the Bucs in the stadium, 2 of them, buy one, get one free, and you get to go to both if you want. And that's your preseason. They're more fun to watch. They're way more fun to watch. I mean, you're at practice Wednesday against Carolina. That's more fun of a watch than the actual game. So put it in the stadium, put it under the lights, and bingo. Okay. Maybe you have a solution. And one of the days you go with your 1s and 2s or your 1s, and the other day you mix a little 1s in, but then you can go with a lot of your backups so you still get those guys work, see what they're doing, and your risk of injury is less. I guess just how do you feel? And we also do have a Brian Thomas Jr. Soundbite we can get to in a moment on joint practices. I'll be back in a few.
Sounds good. Brent put it on the tee for us. I'm going to leave the tee box and go to the clubhouse and have a sandwich and something to drink. But, no, like, listen, I understand from a fan's point of view, preseason games aren't entertaining. They're kind of pointless, right? I get all of that. My question, though, is that if you get rid of preseason games, what does that do for some of the last guys that are trying to make a roster? Because that's where I come from. Because I've been there, and I know how important preseason games are. So if you mean to tell me that you have a guy that's on the roster bubble who needs maybe a game underneath the bright lights to try to solidify himself to make a team or ball out and go to another team, that's what the preseason games come into play. Because do you mean to tell me in joint practices when it's 95 degrees, you're going through 50 plays a period, guys are exhausted, tired, hey, let's go and add an extra 20 minutes to those joint practices so we can see the 4s and 5s compete? Absolutely not. So I think you're doing the whole preseason a disservice because of what it was designed for in the first place. Like, we know what 1s and 2s are. Like, Hamby, me and you right now can call up James Gladstone and say, hey, man, go and cut us a check. We'll make the team for you right now. right? Like it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
And like we're gonna say our final cut analysis whatever Friday, save it for Friday. But like everybody kind of knows what's up.
We can pretty much guarantee we're going to get at least 51
Yeah.
or 53.
Yeah, there's going to be like 1 or 2 guys that might be surprises. Everything else is already solidified with us or the fan base.
Right.
So to me, it's more about, okay, yeah, get your work in joint practice, that's fine. But like, what about the work for the other guys that are trying to make the roster? Now you screw them over or trying to make a different roster or a different practice squad. Like that's what the preseason was designed for. If you take that away, there's going to be a lot of guys I think that aren't going to get opportunity to showcase their skills.
Yeah, it's a great perspective. I mean, I think you're 100% right, and I don't think there's really an argument against specifically what you're saying. I would just say I don't know how concerned that I think Austin, as many things in the NFL are, this comes down to business.
Sure. No, and hey, when you say business, this is what
money.
you mean. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
TV rights, eventually, if they want to pay up to broadcast joint practices because they think they'll get a much bigger viewership than a preseason game, they're going to do that. And guess what? Unfortunately, when those talks are at the negotiating table, the 4s and 5s are not mentioned.
Yeah,
they're not even. Well, they might as well don't exist.
And do you know what the counter is going to be of that? Because I'll tell you how it's going to go right now, Ham. Because I think you're absolutely right. The counter argument to that, what owners or whoever the NFL is going to say is, well, look at practice squad rosters. They're bigger than ever.
Yeah,
like that's the opportunity.
Right.
They don't need preseason games, right? Like, you can still be a 5-year veteran and still be on a practice squad. So you don't need the preseason games. Let's make some more money. So I agree with you. Like, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think though there could be an avenue, Austin, because we all know that it looks like the NFL is heading towards adding one additional game and shrinking the preseason even further from 3 games to 2. Well, what if your first action, we'll just say that because it's not a game, in place of one of your preseason games was a joint practice that was televised, it was at night, and you can elongate it. Again, joint practices are much shorter most of the time than a preseason game because you're not playing 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, have a half where it's all your starters and run it just like a joint practice, and then on the back half, do the same thing, but for your 3s and 4s. And if it's on tape and it's televised, well, then those guys are getting, tape.
Yeah,
They're putting it on film. Because obviously the Browns, I'm just throwing out a team, can't see the Jags and Bucs joint practice this week. It's not televised.
Yeah.
The only cameras that get it, we can't shoot it. The only cameras that get it are the Jags, ones owned by the Jags and owned by the Bucs.
Correct.
And team personnel.
Yeah, and guess what? When it comes
all in house.
Exactly. And see that's the point of the preseason, Hamby, and that's why they always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Because that's your job application.
Right.
That's saying, hey, I played in a preseason game. Here's what I'm capable of. Hopefully a team sees that. And there are scouts out there that are watching preseason games to try to solidify their roster. You don't get joint team practice footage. Like, we don't get access to that. I can't break down who's doing good, who's doing bad. And other teams can't break down and say, hey, we need a wide receiver. Let's go to Jacksonville. They're pretty deep there. What do they got? Like, they can't watch the joint practice.
Right.
So all you have is the preseason. And if you can't watch a preseason game because you cancel them, like I said, I just feel like you're screwing over so many players that way.
And I don't disagree. I think now that I think about it a little further, you could have this great discrepancy where the owners and the TV rights and all those big businesses, they want the joint practice televised. I could see that next year, hey, forget the preseason. We want to televise a joint practice. You know who the number one person who's going to be against that is? It's the head coach. How can I actually practice anything if now it's going to be on tape for all 32 teams to see? Yeah. It's one thing, hey, let's just, for an example, Liam Cohen drew up a special play in June, and he wants to, and he thinks he's got something that not a lot of other people have. Again, this is strictly hypothetical.
Yep.
It's one thing if they run it a couple of times against one opponent. Say they run it this week against the Bucs in joint practice. But as soon as that gets televised, every defensive coordinator in the NFL is going to see it.
Yeah.
Especially if they're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars that year.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think there could be this kind of disagreement where all the money says televise the joint practice, where the team itself is saying, hell no, don't televise the joint practice, or else we won't do anything. We'll run the ball right up the gut.
Yeah, then
for 30 times.
It's all the meat and potato. It's all just
And
vanilla.
Then you might get to a situation where, shoot, the preseason game was more interesting than this crap.
Of course.
You know?
Well, and then you get to the point, too, where we're like, and I get no one's really playing the preseason game for the Jaguars, but then it's like, if we're just going to go vanilla the entire training camp, and then we go week 1 against Cleveland, and we got to, like, what is that going to look like? And it's crazy, man, because me and Pete talk about this all the time, Prisco. Did you know that, okay, if you take the terms in terms of quarterback sacks, in terms of quarterbacks who have been sacked every single year, the highest numbers in NFL history, and this is dating back to when the quarterback sack was initially, like, counted, which is, 60, 70 years ago, I think. Sure. Of the top 5 guys in every single season that have been sacked the most. So 2024, Caleb Williams, 68 sacks. 2023, Sam Howell, 65 sacks. That's just in the past couple years in terms of quarterbacks being sacked. And me and Pete get in this all the time where it's like, by having this whole player safety thing, by not going to the ground for blowing the whistle early, I feel like you're doing players a detriment. Like, I feel like offensive linemen these days, Hamby, like, back when I played, like, every team had, like, at least, like, a Pro Bowl, all-pro offensive lineman. Like, offensive linemen were talented, right? Yeah. And now I feel like they've fallen off a little bit, and, like, that all-pro is more of a rarity. Like, the Penei Sewell is, like, celebrated so much more now because you aren't really getting the work that you need in practices because of player safety, and you're not playing in the preseason games.
So you would say, as a whole, offensive line play has.
Dude, I think as a whole, defensive line and offensive line play has, because once again, I just think you got to get ingrained in training camp. Like, you have to hit in training camp, and it's almost the same factor of what you see in the NBA, right? Where you see more injuries happen in NBA playoffs than you ever seen before. Well, why is that? Because now you got load management. Guys aren't, playing a full season and everything, so you think they're well rested, but, like, are they acclimated by the time the playoffs start? You got Halliburton tearing an Achilles. You had Jason Tatum tearing an Achilles. Like, injuries are more prevalent ever than before in the NBA, right? And is there a correlation between, okay, resting guys and giving guys time off, and then by the time the playoffs start, okay, hit the ground running? Is there going to be a correlation where, okay, we're not going to hit in, training camp. We're not going to go to the ground. We're not going to play in the preseason games. We'll see how it goes this year. We'll see what the injuries look like. We'll see what the product looks like. But my fear, Hamby, is 2 or 3 years down the line, we're going to be talking about, man, why are guys getting hurt so much? Man, why does it kind of look sloppier than it has before? And I don't want to come back to the correlation being, well, they're taking it safe at training camp. They're not going as hard as they should. They're not playing the preseason games. Like, I hope we don't have that conversation.
Interesting. BTJ was just at the podium for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who wrapped up another training camp practice, a light practice this morning at the Miller Electric Center. And we're told he had something pretty interesting to say about preferring the joint practices and, getting a lot of work out of them. Obviously, we haven't seen him in the preseason, as we have not seen any of the Jaguar starters, but let's see what BTJ has to say on the joint practices.
Can these joint practices be more productive than preseason games with the speed and the intensity?
I would say so. I actually like the joints better than going out there and playing in that. But because I feel like we get more work done during the joints, and I feel like it's like people are actually going out there and like giving it everything during the practice. So I feel like we get a lot more out of it than that.
Dude, it's wild because Chris Rodriguez said the exact same thing. Where I asked him during the interview, I'm like, dude, you're a physical runner. Like, don't you feel the need that you got to go to the ground and hit, like, for real in the preseason games? And he said the exact same thing. He said, no, like, because it's more about mental reps and staying healthy and everything. Okay. All
right, well, let me ask you one final thing on this as a player.
Yeah.
Would you rather go into week 1 almost guaranteeing that you're going to be fully healthy?
Sure.
There's freak injuries, of course, and there's soft tissue stuff. But that you're not going to be putting a ton of physical practices over and over and over. So you're going to go almost guarantee yourself fully healthy in week 1.
Yeah.
But you might be a step off your game. You might take you a half or a full game to feel like, all right, I'm back. Tackling, form, all that stuff. Or would you rather go into week 1 knowing, hey, I'm lights out, I'm locked in right now, but I got a higher chance of getting an ankle sprain or breaking my collarbone or something like that.
Dude, it's wild because now I'm starting to feel old, right? Like this is it doesn't happen a lot, but now I feel like I'm like the veteran. I'm old. These young guys coming in. Like you literally got me on the porch right now with this question, but I'm playing the preseason games because here's why, Hamby. I don't want to go into week 1 assuming that Quinshon Judkins plays, and we'll see how he responds to the injury and everything. But like when he was playing, dude was a menace.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going against a physical runner like Quinshon Judkins week 1, having not taken a running back to the ground yet. Like I'm not doing it.
Right.
Like I need the preseason games to get acclimated.
I would think so.
Because it's different. And once again, it's the preseason. Okay. Special teams, kickoff team, I don't think they're where they should be yet. Like, it was better than it was against the Saints. But, like, I don't think that they're where they want to be yet in terms of tackling, in terms of, kickoff coverage and all that stuff and wrapping up the guy. Like, they're not where they need to be yet. So, to answer your question, I'm taking a couple series, at least. Because I need to acclimate myself to make sure, like, I know how to hit. I know what that feels like. I can absorb that contact. And we're good to go. Like, I don't want my first ever live tackle of the season to be week 1 of the regular season. I don't want it.
On that note, you really can't make this up, I guess. The Action Sports Jacks Twitter account just put out the BTJ answer that we all just listened to together, and Prisco was the first retweet.
No, what did he say?
He just retweeted.
Oh, just retweeted it.
Yeah.
All right.
He hates preseason, I guess.
He does. Yeah. Yeah, and then this is where we argue back and forth a little bit.
Yep. In the chat, Jags Opinion says also new uniforms drop tomorrow. I have no idea where they're going with them. Quote, fortune favors the bold, brought to you by DraftKings, ? That'll be interesting. I don't know exactly what to expect, but I guess we could probably react to them together.
I mean, can we just and this is a compliment. Can we give credit to the Jacksonville Jaguars because have you seen the leak?
No leak.
I mean, we can't even get Cole Van Lannon injury news for half the training camp. We have no idea what's going on with him.
And Macari.
So you think we're going to get a Jaguars early release leak of what these jerseys are going to look like?
No shot.
I guess no shot, huh?
No shot.
So it drops tomorrow, though?
That's what, okay. They do.
Gotcha.
Glenn says 1982 when sacks were first counted.
Oh, I was way off.
Well, I mean, you said 60, 70.
That's decades, man.
That's almost 50 years. That's 45
Oh,
years.
yeah. I mean, it's still a long time, but it's not as long as I thought it was, honestly.
I would have said 60s, probably. Yeah. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, speaking of Cole Van Lannon, we will hear from him. This is the first time we have heard from Cole Van Lannon since I don't even know if we heard from him after he signed his contract, guys.
That's a good call.
So I think this might be since last training camp.
Because we obviously didn't hear about him during
he hasn't been allowed to
OTAs.
speak to the media in OTAs or anything.
Man, Cole Van Lannon speaks.
Maybe Brent talked to him in the locker room after the Bills loss.
But did he though? Because he didn't play.
Yeah, okay, he wouldn't have then.
I don't think he would have.
It would have been, probably November in the locker room.
Yeah, you think Brent's gonna go? Hey man, tough game. You didn't play. How you feel about it?
I'm sure. Okay, so he probably asked him. He talked to him after a couple of good games.
Cole,
in November, December when he was finally starting.
Cole, I didn't see you out there. What's up?
Yeah. Nothing to say. So it's at least been this year. First time this year. So we'll get to that when we come back. Hope everybody's enjoying the new look. Brent and Austen show. Back in a couple minutes.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel
right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Local sports content anytime and anywhere. That's been the vision of the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network as we bring you live events and exclusive interviews just like this.
I'd be lying if I'd have said in 1995 when they picked me that 30 years later I'd be sitting here.
Let's see this weigh in right now. What do we got? Oh, we got a big hole. 44.48. There's the moment here.
Lead is 14, matching the largest of the game. Crawford, he
Oh
did it
my
again!
gosh.
If we can't do the minimum of making it to the Final Four, then something's really not right.
And it's only growing from there. So join the thousands of people that have been tuning into the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network each week. Download the apps, save the website, or tune into any of our social media platforms as we bring you local sports anytime and anywhere. So come watch some sports with us on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Nimnicht is synonymous with Jacksonville, and now in 2026, Nimnicht is celebrating 85 years of partnerships with you. Longevity equals trust, and you want a car dealership you can trust. Thousands of vehicles sold, generations of families, all part of the Nimnicht family of dealerships. It's nobody but Nimnicht, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnicht Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road.
Congratulations to Jordan Matthews, our committed to the uncommitted player of the year.
Nobody but Nimnicht. They are there for you and your causes, your car buying experience, and they are there for you 24 hours a day at NimnichtBuickGMC.com. Experience professional grade with big inventory and even bigger savings. And Jacksonville's only Car Bravo certified dealership. Nobody but Nimnicht for 85 years. This milestone belongs to you, Jacksonville. It can be a silent killer, but awareness is getting louder. Blood clots take more lives each year than car crashes. And just like driving, you have to be defensive. A few easy ways to protect yourself or someone you love are to learn your Caprini risk score and ask your doctor about your blood clot prevention plan. Emily's Promise is a local nonprofit named for Emily Atkins, a young woman from Fernandina Beach who died after a preventable blood clot following a broken ankle. Her legacy is now driving change across Florida. The Emily Atkins Family Protection Act strengthens how hospitals screen for clot risks and train staff to recognize warning signs. Blood clots can affect anyone, including athletes, and the signs can be easy to miss. So be aware, be defensive, and help beat a silent killer with loud attention to risk factors and symptoms. Learn more at emilypromises.com. That's emilypromises.com. Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back, Brent and Austen Show, and this is the teaser from the Jacksonville Jaguars social media account. Fortune does indeed favor the bold. And Austin, they said, so this is their rivalry uniform. So from what I understand, they're going to wear this once and once only this year. Okay. And that will be Week 8 against the Indianapolis Colts.
So this is from Nike right here? This is like this thing? Like this?
Where do you see Nike? Oh, I see the
Nike
logo.
rivalries, yeah. But I'm saying like just like the tattoo, like so it looks like a tattoo, yeah. I mean I get like that's tattoo vibes, like yeah.
That's just like the little poster kind of thing they put out.
Now, does every team have like this kind of tattoo vibe, or is this just like a Jaguars thing?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
What I do know is that this will be released at 10 a.m. this morning, or next morning.
Tomorrow morning. So literally during the show.
So as soon as we start, we can react together. We can all see it together at the same time.
I like that a lot.
I'm sure the chat will be hopping.
Are we feeling confident?
I would assume so. I mean, ever since the Mustards, I feel like the Jags have been kind of dialed.
Yeah.
Again, we're not the go-to uniform.
No, we're not. Yet.
We don't care about it as much as a lot of y'all do. But
dude, I care. Speak for yourself. You know how much I care about Hamby.
Dude.
What do you mean, dude? Don't dude me. What? You don't I care about the uniforms?
I understand that you kind of care about the uniforms.
Kind of, Hamby. How many uniforms do we break like every single year in terms of like what we think about them? Awesome. Bills got lamb-based.
Half of the time, or 90% of the time that Baselli is talking to anybody in the media,
sure.
If there's a chat, 90% of the comments are asking about the Prowlers.
Sure.
I don't think that's you.
I mean, I'm not. Hey, I'm not asking him 24/7, but I wouldn't mind seeing the Prowlers as primaries.
I would.
If you're gonna win, look good doing it.
I agree.
Okay.
But yeah, I think they're much more important things than the uniforms. But I'm excited for tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Expecting Jaguar print Z4.
No.
You don't want that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like that's bold, right? See, this is my worry a little bit. Like the whole fortune favors the bold. I'm afraid they're gonna go like so crazy where it's not gonna be a good thing. Like that's the worst case scenario that I'm thinking of, where it's like, hey, it's Jacksonville, it's the bold city. Let's really like get people talking. But we'll see.
I hope not.
Hey, I'm with you, man.
What color do you want them to be? I want all black.
Well, hold up. Hey, have you seen the teaser? It is going to be a tattoo thing.
There's another teaser?
Dude, the Jaguars put out a teaser like 3 days ago where it's a tattoo guy tattooing that mock-up thing, right, I called, on someone's skin.
You might have to give me
Hamby's like, that's not a tattoo thing. Okay, because he has so many. Because he has so many tattoos. Yeah, but bring it up, man. See, this has added another wrinkle to it now. I don't know what kind of tattoo-inspired thing you're going with.
They didn't put that video out on Twitter, did they?
They did. Jacksonville Jaguars, fortune favors the bold.
When was it?
This would have been August 21st.
August 21st. Okay, that would have been before the preseason game then.
Sure.
All right, I'm working on it.
Yeah, you're good.
Do you like it? What you see?
I mean, it's literally just a tattoo artist tattooing that thing on someone's leg, it looks like, and then it says fortune favors the bold. So I honestly don't know what that's. You know me, man. Like, I love me a good teaser. I like me to break down some things and like try to read between the lines a little bit. I don't know what the whole tattoo thing is getting at.
Here we go. Oh, somebody actually got this exact tattoo.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, on their leg.
Okay.
And that's like what the marketing is.
All right.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
So somebody got this exact tattoo on their calf.
But that's what they're touting out in terms of like their marketing. Like,
right. There's a big correlation got to be.
Yeah.
With the new uniforms.
So you think the logo's going to the helmet's going to change as well?
Oh gosh.
Well, seriously. I mean, the Bills, what?
I just sometimes his reaction.
Oh, just the side?
Oh God.
I know, right? I know.
Like,
Hamby,
the end of
it's
the
a lot.
world, man.
I know,
It's
Hamby.
not
It's really a lot to throw at you.
It's like we said you could never eat ground beef again.
Like, Hamby, yeah, no, for real. Hamby, bring up that Jaguar one more time. Like, if you can somehow incorporate that on the helmet, like, it's got to be bigger. Well, it's got to be bigger. Like, I'm not saying that whole thing. But if you can somehow, like, have that Jaguar and, like, I don't know, Duval till you die or something, I'm all in. I'll take 2.
So what's the overall? I obviously missed some of this. Do you have confidence that this is going to be good, or are you pessimistic about this?
I have no idea. Like, I get nervous when they say fortune favors the bold, because then that's like your excuse to say, hey, let's do something that they've never seen before, you know?
I'm pessimistic.
So you want to see something that has been seen before?
Well, Brent, I don't want Jaguar print. I don't want Jaguar print helmets and Jaguar print jerseys.
I don't feel like Jaguar print is in.
Of course it's not, but like that's bold.
And it's bold, but
that's what I don't want. So that's why
going back
the
to the
bold
two-tone.
Yeah, don't want that either. I'm all set with that.
I don't know.
You know, huh?
No, actually,
you've seen it. That's so cool.
No, I don't.
Okay,
I don't. But you know this about me.
He doesn't.
I don't give a damn.
All right.
I have zero feeling about this.
All right.
So geek.
Well, you're going to start giving a damn if it looks really bad and the whole world's talking about it.
Well, that's fine.
Because the Bills fans felt the
by the way,
certain
by
type of way about
Friday,
that.
I'll
We're
give.
starting the show with this tomorrow, whether we
we absolutely are.
And by the way, by Friday on the sideline, I'll give a damn because I'll be holding a jersey up probably.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you, like I know this is a date. It's not circled on my calendar, and I'm not like dying of anticipation. Yeah, I just saw it last week, I think, where they announced it was coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So obviously now everybody knows that. But, yeah, I don't really even feel the fans are, like, super geeked out. I feel like I've seen a lot of conversation about it. Have you seen a lot of conversation?
Well, because I think Hamby alluded to this. Fans are still, like, obsessed with the Prowler uniforms, as they should be. Yeah. Like, Prowler should be primary.
That would be disappointing if the Prowler uniforms are the reveal.
Well, no, it's
got to be something different, right?
That would just be disappointing.
You might actually be holding that up on the sideline.
Oh, I'm sure I would think they will do that after the announcement.
They might put you in the jersey.
I'm excited, man. I'm sorry. Like I love me a good jersey reveal.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
You get excited. I'm cool with that. By the way, I respect it. I'm just telling you exactly how I feel about it, which is not that.
Sure.
You've had enough fun on the sidelines, Brent.
Yeah. Should I have chugged the beer?
I didn't. You chugged the beer?
No, there's conversation about whether I should have or not. So I'll take you back to the production meeting.
I guess I didn't watch the entire game?
You missed the third quarter.
I've got it.
So we'll give it to you in a second. But the idea, I want you going in before you see anything.
Okay.
Production meeting, we're like, hey, we want to showcase back in Everbank that all the $5 food items, which is great, right? Everybody's been asking about that and wants better concessions. And it's not like it's 3 things that are $5. There's a lot. It's domestic beer, it's water, it's pretzels, it's hot dog, it's popcorn, it's nachos, and candy.
Yep.
So all those items, $5. And Steph and Ty said the line was, at least where they were, it was crazy long. So obviously it's working. For $5, pretty good deal. So we said, hey, okay, we're going to showcase as many as we can down on the field and tell everybody it's happening.
You're holding like everything. I saw that part.
One was a beer.
Oh, okay.
And so they had but we were like, should we chug the beer or not? Should we have some fun with it? And I was like, nah, I don't need to go viral. I'm not looking to go viral.
Okay.
And who knows? It either works or it doesn't. Here's another thing in our business is I'm not even taking a bite of the hot dog or the popcorn because
that would be worse.
Well, because that's a no-no in our business. Like you shouldn't really eat on TV, especially these days because you're an automatic meme. Just with food in your mouth.
Yep. Yeah.
It just doesn't. There's no win.
It's not
there.
good TV.
There's no win there. Like nobody likes to watch people eat in general, right? Other than Joey Chestnut.
You can hear it in the mic. It's a disaster.
Yeah, it's so bad. So We were never doing that, but
Okay.
But here's a little bit from the side. So you did see it. You
Yeah,
saw
I
pictures.
watched it.
You must see the
I
pictures.
didn't know if you were going to.
Been doing this for a
I guess
long
that's what a
time
beer thing.
and never done a sideline report with a beer in my hand, but here we
That
go.
was open, by the
Popcorn, hot dogs, nachos, and beer here. $5 throughout the stadium, 4 different locations here in Jacksonville. And you heard from Mark Lamping earlier in the broadcast that this is a precursor of what's to come. And this is not it. Candy, pretzels as well, and along with the nachos and hot dog and popcorn. Some water, too, for $5, and then domestic beer. There was a lot of conversation when we were planning this for tonight's game, whether I should chug a beer. And
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, that's not happening. But how about I make this promise? After a Super Bowl,
I got you.
We ended up going back and forth a
I
little
wasn't
bit, but
okay. I wasn't paying attention to the audio, I guess, but I do remember that. Okay.
Yeah,
I would have been like, yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
Well, in which case, thank God it's not me, because I would have been like, man, this third quarter is going by pretty slow, and then I would have just. Oh, were the Jaguars down 26-7?
The actual part I later say in that hit, I was like, the hardest thing is it's hot as hell down here.
Yeah.
It's muggy, sweating. I got an open beer can here. It would be nice to get a little cooled off and refreshed.
Yeah.
Did you take one sip?
No, I didn't.
Then why did you
I don't think
open
anybody
it?
did. I don't know. It was handed to me open. I don't know. I don't know.
You
if they
got
had,
beat up in Wisconsin.
Well,
you
my
pulled that.
guess is they when they got it from the concession stand, they opened it for them, and so that's why it was open. Because I was curious about the same thing. I'm like, why is this thing open?
Yeah.
And then in my mind, I was like, that must have been what happened to get it from the concession. So, and then I was thinking of this. It's been about 30 years. Can I shotgun a beer?
Yeah.
Oh. We might have to include that in a punishment.
Did you did you have a key ready to go?
No.
To shotgun it?
No. Well, yeah.
You
Or
can't
can
just
I
use your
chuck it?
teeth?
Whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't be using just my teeth, especially some of these are remade in the last year or two.
Yeah.
It's been expensive. That's not worth it.
Yeah.
But I got to believe a 12-ounce Bud Light I can handle.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think so.
Yeah, I think I can.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times when you see it at games now, they're like bigger. They're like the
Sure.
16 or 20 ounce
Yep.
that people are trying to get through.
Yeah.
So I would think I'd be able to.
Hamby, I sent you 2 texts about speaking of like game day productions and everything.
Oh, actually, hold on. I got to tell a story.
Okay.
All right. I have shotgunned one beer in my entire life.
I had the under at 1. So, all right. I'm surprised.
1. And it was I agreed a year prior that if the Jaguars got the rights to draft Trevor Lawrence, that I would shotgun a beer.
So that
with
was
my buddy.
recent.
This was this was 5 years ago.
Okay, that's pretty recent in my world. When I'm talking about chugging beers or shotgunning beers, it's 30 years ago.
Brent, I've only been 21 for
I know. I'm
however long.
Just updating people that it's
Actually, this
recent.
would've been right before. Anyway, so yeah, the Frank Gore happens. The Jags clinched the #1 pick, and I got off of work and I went straight to his house, and he had it ready for me. We videoed it, and that was my one. I didn't even do another one when they actually drafted him.
Well, that's okay. You paid up.
Yeah.
What was the beer?
It was a Bud Light.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And did it go all right? I mean,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
okay?
it was fine.
Okay. Well, I mean, dude, your first time shotgunning doesn't always go like the way you want it
I
to
mean,
go.
it's not
Sometimes
like I
it
put
comes
it
out
down
your
in
nose.
5 seconds.
Okay, but I'm just
No.
saying.
You weren't running any races, huh?
I wasn't
Wait.
winning any races, but I got it all down.
Hamby, so you've never done a beer bong?
No.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
That could be a punishment.
That's
That's going to be a punishment in the betting game.
What's all right? The over/under 7.5.
Yeah.
Hamby, you've done a keg
I've got to
stand?
be honest with you. I've never done a keg stand.
Oh, I did keg stands at my wedding.
Yeah, I've never done a keg.
Sure,
I'm not going to lie.
Share
on that
those
one.
videos.
I've held up the legs of some buddies while they did it.
Oh yeah.
But for me myself, the answer is
Fair
0.
enough. Fair enough. You've done a few. You believe me? I had the over on
Brett,
you.
I keg stands?
I mean,
dude, yeah, don't even.
I mean, with the back 40 stories alone.
Legally, or like when I was, yeah. I mean, keg stands, beer bongs, paints. We talk about paint stick. You ever do the paint stick?
No.
The paint stick is insane, dude. The paint stick plunger.
Yeah.
That one, like.
That one got you.
Well, dude, because it's like. It's literally like doing a shot, but it's with beer. Like, yeah, beer bongs, it goes down quickly. But if you do a paint stick, it's literally like 0.5 seconds and it's done. And yeah, Like you're sitting there, you're chilling, and all of a sudden, wow, 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 wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ever been there where all of a sudden like, it kind of creeps up on you a little bit? Yeah, man.
Been there.
Yeah, if you
that I've been to.
If you put 2 beers in a paint stick, you're like, yeah, I'm fine, and then all of a sudden, just a wow, 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 wow. Okay, never mind, I'm not so fine. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to make that one of my.
But we're gonna have to have a shotgun or chug beer party when the Jags win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Like we're gonna do an event.
Yeah,
right?
or if you lose a bet.
I'll definitely do another one if the Jags win the Super Bowl. You can count me in.
I think if we lose a bet, we got to put that on the dartboard or something. We do that again. Hamby, do you got the video? Because we're talking about production right now. Brent, you probably haven't seen these. So every NFL team, does quirky things. I feel like in the preseason, try some things out.
Yeah.
The Rams did one. Did you see the Rams one?
I did. I thought it was a little much.
A little much?
Brenda song.
A little much.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that one. And then
the Rams, by the way, are usually pretty forward thinking on their pregame broadcasts.
Sure.
Because again, I mean, there's a lot going on in the pregame broadcast. It's a little bit of a commercial for your organization, of course, to region. It's not just here in Jacksonville.
Yep.
So there's a bit of that. Therefore, the food stuff makes some sense, right? All the interviews, the star power. But yeah, like even Tampa has gone a little bit different this year because they got Gruden and Barber in there.
Yeah, that was. I heard a little bit of that.
Yeah, and so Gruden back in the booth is getting people buzzing.
Did you watch
the Rams
the
have done this
Patriots?
for a bit.
And did you watch the Patriots one? Speaking of beers.
I saw the Patriots broadcast because I was at an establishment and they were playing. I don't know if it was live or a replay.
Okay.
And I saw like a couple of interviews with people, but that's all I saw. So I probably didn't see what you were talking about.
We're gonna go
because
first.
I would think they would be very low key. Like they
No. They were not low key.
Really?
There were some basic beverages that you could allegedly say we're drinking, but we'll see. What do you got for us, Hamby? This is Jen Selter, by the way.
Hey, it's my man, Steve.
She's the first female coach in NFL history. Take me back to what the Arizona Cardinals back in 2015. What was that like?
You know what? Best time of my life with the best crew in the world, with a head coach who said, we got to change things. And he said,
Baited.
Football is ready for this, and his offensive philosophy was no risk and no biscuit.
The eyes got big there.
Hanging on for a life. Just wait till you see the guy interviewing his reaction. He kind of like gives the Jim Halpert look at the camera a little bit, like, help me.
Steve Harvey.
Football is the fastest growing sport around the world. I think it's been underappreciated.
He's over it, huh?
And now we just hit 24
Steve Burton, that is. By the way.
Okay, Steve Burton, yeah.
Just hitting earlier this week.
When you say that, becoming a varsity sport in high school, right?
Absolutely, becoming a varsity sport. We're looking for Massachusetts to pass it as of October 1st.
Oh boy, she's getting close.
Yeah.
He's not budging.
No.
It's growing, it's ridiculous.
You got to wrap it up, though, huh?
Yeah.
Look at him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. It's right there. Like, hey, I'm sure there's maybe like a certain smell, like he's getting a whiff of.
Steve's been doing it a long time now.
Steve's like, no, you got to help
He's
me
like,
out
come
here.
on. I mean, what are we doing here? Let's talk some football, please.
I just did. I wanted to tackle.
Well, he didn't have to have a lot of questions prepared.
No.
She took it and ran.
Yeah.
Wow, she's hammered.
15 years.
Oh, yeah.
She's like invading the personal space here on this interview.
What, do you think this is a sober interview? You think a sober person's going to be like, hey, let me go on for 5 minutes rambling? Like, no, this is...
The final frontier for women in football.
By the way, it's just great to promote flag football, by the way.
Oh, I know, yeah.
It feels a little more she's promoting beer league softball.
Let's just go to Grable. Let's go to the sideline and view Grable. So there was that. She was.
I didn't see that one. That's good.
She was fighting for her life a little bit. I feel like had a couple refreshments.
He might have been too.
And and then Brenda Song, as you mentioned, on the Rams, she's a well-known
fan.
She was my childhood.
Yeah, I believe married to Macaulay Culkin. Or one of the
I didn't even
Culkins?
know that, but yes, that's true.
Yeah,
I figured that out.
She's been in the Social Network.
So she's an actress?
Yeah,
she's in
the
all
Social
of my
Network.
childhood shows.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just thought she was like the big fan that everybody.
Oh
kept
no, she's
referencing.
been in like good movies and everything.
Okay.
Zach and Cody.
And she's been in like Disney shows
Okay.
too.
I've heard of that.
Yeah,
never watched it.
You're not missing out on much. You're good.
Rattler. Intercepted. Picked off at the goal line.
There we go.
Let's go. Run it up. That's it. We're going home. Bye.
They're cooking with Alex Cook. Touchdown, LA!
That's how we do it. Let
I don't
that
ever
man
want to hear
cook.
complaints of how good is that when we're going home by. Okay? We're going home by. Like, what is that?
This stuff makes people like me cringe.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
And I've tried to move with the times and be nimble on this stuff.
Let's go ahead and put Brent at full screen here, Hamby. Let's get Brent at full screen real quick to get his thoughts.
I mean, can we just
Let's go and clip this? Wait. Go ahead, Brent. Brent, your thoughts.
Can we keep Brenda in the stands? Give her a sweep. Mic her up if you want, but not in the booth.
Okay.
Fair enough?
That's make sure you put his Twitter handle up.
Bye.
When it gets canceled. Hamby, make sure you.
Fade to black, huh?
Oh man, that's Brent. AS Jax.
Has this been well received?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna have friends here on this one.
Okay,
good.
yeah, man, yeah. You have to come on.
Yeah, I think it's just
I thought
overdoing.
she was trying to be an actual color analyst.
I think it was just overdoing. It's just overdoing it.
They've
had Mina Kimes in their broadcast booth before, right? That was different.
She's
that was
fine.
actually
Analyst. She's not going to cheer for the team.
Well, Jordan Rodriguez in there now. Again, same thing. Like they're doing some different things, but putting a fan in there outside of if it was for a charity purpose, like the Phillies did.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't feel.
I mean,
again, mic her up in the stands if you want. Like maybe that would be a better way to do it.
If I can get a Jeff Lageman bye during a game.
Can you imagine if Logs was in that booth, actually?
Oh, dude, Jeff's walking out.
Yeah,
Jeff's actually walking out and saying, I'm all set. It's crazy. But let me ask you, and we laugh at this, but if we're talking 5-10 years from now, do you think there's going to be more of that?
Absolutely. Well, you don't have to wait that long.
You don't think so? Okay, so it's going to be a thing.
You don't have to wait that
Are you
long,
just going to respectively bow out, or are you going to go? Are you going to leave your your perch?
Yeah, I mean, no, I won't kick and scream. Like you get, I'm
kick and scream,
probably, maybe I'm surprised I'm still on the sideline at this stage of my career.
It's going to be replaced next year by a YouTube influencer or an OnlyFans model. Man!
I mean, I'm waiting. Maybe, and I like him, so don't take this the wrong way. But I mean, Asher Grodman could be their sideline guy, instead of Brent. It might work out better. I might have just given them the idea.
Brent spent all that time in Louisiana, and God knows where, trying to get his stripes, earn his time, and he's going to get replaced by an actor.
Yeah, or I mean, I just can't wait till the first robot does the sideline.
No, that won't happen.
That
won't happen. That won't happen.
No, not anytime soon. I hope.
I think you could get more. Well, we've seen a push toward really in the last 10 years, right? Is player-led stuff, right? And I think that's kind of what you had. Chris Myers, I think, usually does Tampa. And I think I saw the clip where it said he wasn't there for whatever reason. He had some commitment. And so Rondé Barber, who I think would usually be like the analyst in those preseason games, was actually doing the broadcast with Gruden. So you really didn't have your traditional play-by-play guy, is my point.
Of course.
The guy playing point guard. And I think we've seen a lot more of that. So, I mean, I would think in that setting you could get to that point where you're taking some of your stars of your organization, and even without, like a Sexton leading the way or something like that, you just let them do their thing. But the danger zone in some of that is they got to be a little polished because there's a lot of sponsor elements to it.
Sure.
So then you're putting someone in there that doesn't really know.
Yeah.
So you got to probably still have that point guard to some degree.
But then are you just going to change the sponsorships? Like, oh, hey, Hinge is interested. Dating apps are interested now. Let's get the young guy up there. Forget all these old people products. We're going young.
What would be fun for the Jags to do? Totally outlandish, outside the box.
In terms of a
guest? Of the preseason broadcast.
I don't want to have this conversation.
Well, plenty of people are complaining about the preseason broadcast. They do it all the time. So, I mean, we've been getting that for 20 years. That's not a new thing.
Yeah,
I've got plenty of emails.
Yeah, I feel you.
So,
you're saying who could they bring in that would
what kind of outside the box way would it be received?
Yeah.
It'd be like, hey, that'd be cool, or let's see, I'm kind of looking forward to that, or I just think you could overthink it. You don't need it.
No, you don't. You do not. I don't think you need Brent Song doing that.
Yeah, but I think people they get a little bored and it feels stale, and so you try all these different things.
Yeah.
I mean, and the new thing that we tried this year, and I thought was awesome this week, and really the first 2 weeks of the season, and again, this kind of came from the Rams, from what I can understand, putting the headset on the player down the sideline.
Yeah.
And talking to the booth. So instead of Brent doing the interview with Travis Hunter or Brian Thomas Jr., like this year, Trevor, I usually would do an interview with Trevor, but they put it on the headset, and they keep him for longer, too, which is cool. So while the game action's going on and he's talking about everything else.
Okay.
This week, they had Josh Hines-Allen on, and I thought Josh was awesome on it.
Yeah.
I thought it was exactly like, I mean, Trevor was fine, too. But Trevor was kind of answering the questions, watching it. He had some fun, laughed a little bit. But I think Josh was kind of what you're looking for in that role. You're talking a little ball, X's and O's, hey, season. And then he's like cheerleading some of the plays in real time.
Yeah.
And he's also giving you some analysis in real time.
Yep.
And so there was a little bit of everything. If you haven't seen that part in the third quarter, I actually thought Josh was fantastic in it. Like he did a great job. This week is going to feel a little different. The great Liam Cohen is going to do it.
Cool.
So he'll be in like probably the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Cohen will be on the headset and talking to you, the viewer, during the game.
It's a nice little tease. I like that.
Which could be pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So I like that. That's a wrinkle that we have never done before.
Yeah.
And that we did this year with it.
If you're asking me, like, I got nothing cool for Jacksonville. Like, I guess Asher, because I talked to him during the joint practice. Really cool dude. He actually might want me to do something with him, so that's interesting.
Yeah, Asher's a good dude.
Asher's awesome. I never talked. I mean, we interviewed him that one time, but I never got to like really talk to him.
And
cool
he's a true Jags fan, which is the nice part.
Oh, dude knows his
It's
stuff.
not like a make-believe Jags fan.
No, dude's hardcore.
Yeah.
He knows the
Hardcore.
X's and O's, man. So, like, yeah, that would be cool on the sidelines. I'm actually going to go to a different team because I feel like you're leaving millions on the table. You could do this during the regular season. Have Jane Daniels' mom come in and like call the game when her son's at quarterback. Can you imagine if he throws an interception, what that's going to be like?
Buku numbers on that broadcast.
Dude. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, sorry, Jacksonville. I know you got to like watch for the shows. I'm turning on the Washington Commanders game. If we can get Jane Daniels' mom to call his game, regular season, obviously, because he's not going to be preseason, I'm all in.
She would only be able to allowed to do 4 plays.
No, because I got to see an interception.
That could be
I got to see a bad play.
That could be a new thing. Like, if you get that, then you start bringing moms in. Like, Eli Apple's mom would have been one in the past, right? So you just start bringing the moms.
Jack's
Or wives.
Cameron's
hey,
mom.
I mean, if we're talking about a Chargers broadcast, go and throw Madison Beer up there. Let's get to the bottom of you guys cupcaking, sitting crisscross applesauce on the field.
Playing with his hair.
Let's do it. What was going through your head, Madison? I'm all for that.
I like it.
Yeah. Why not?
I think we'll continue to see some interesting things. And when you get interesting things, some of it hits and some of it doesn't.
Yeah.
I like the effort, though, a lot of times.
Yeah.
I can appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
I just think at the end of the day, I don't know if you need to think too far outside the box.
Yeah.
Because the funny thing is we get a lot of not a lot, but a decent amount. It's like, can we just watch the game? I'm like, really? You just want to watch this game?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Would you rather hear from Travis Hunter or Josh Hines-Allen on a mic?
Yeah.
Or watch this game? Like, I think that's pretty I don't even know if it's debatable.
Yeah.
By the third quarter, especially.
Yep.
So it's a good chance to have some fun with it. Did you guys already get to Aaron Philo?
No, we did not. That was going to be my next topic. It's big news out of Gainesville.
Named Gators quarterback over Tramel Jones. So news out of Gainesville this morning. Actually came a little bit sooner than I thought it might, Hamby.
Yeah, I did too, because I've been listening to most of the Summerall pressers recently, and he kind of always opens them up with, I know you guys are going to ask about the quarterback. We don't have a decision. And he's done that like 3 or 4 times over this last week, or over this last month. So I assume that today's would be no different. And then he said, I think the exact quote was they were preparing to start Aaron Philo week 1.
Okay.
So it kind of gives a little bit of cushion to if they were to pivot. I think, and also that means that's different than Aaron Philo is our starter. Preparing to start Aaron Philo means there's leash.
Yeah.
And we know there's leash, but that saying it like that means Tramel could start week 2.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
well,
I think this is the right move for them. I think there's a little bit of an aspect of they want a little bit more experience from Tramel.
Well, there's a couple of things here. And before I get to the couple of things, I like this look right here. Hamby. It's a good one. I wonder if we could go full Brady bunch at some point, with like 9 across the board.
I like that, man.
I don't know if anybody would want to see that.
Well, it depends how many
cool.
guests we have on.
Yeah, man.
Like an old Zoom call during the pandemic,
There's a story.
or a new Zoom call, still a Zoom call. But I do like it. Anyway, I don't think this is any surprise. He was the favorite, right? Because Philo and the connection, the whole Georgia Tech connection.
Right.
Fair enough?
Yes,
Like,
Buster. Yeah.
odds-on favorite the whole entire way. I think it was more credit to Tramel Jones for making this a tighter race, maybe than some anticipated it to be. And, maybe I think Philo was probably going to be the guy all along. He just couldn't lose it, and you had to push that, how quarterback battles go. The other thing here is preparing to start, I believe, will also mean significant playing time probably for Tramel Jones in Week 1 and Week 2. They're playing Florida Atlantic in Week 1.
And
You would think there'd be an opportunity to get some pretty good playing time. And then the next week is Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell.
And so these first 2 weeks, you would think both guys will get. The thing about it, when you get to that point, you're not going to learn a whole hell of a lot against Florida Atlantic and Campbell that's going to help you against Auburn.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think he's the guy until he isn't. And it's the biggest question mark Florida has. Florida's pretty good. Florida has a pretty good roster.
Great weapons.
They have really good
offseason.
receiving. Obviously, Ball is one of the best in the country. Should be a Heisman candidate. The trenches aren't bad from everything you understand. The defense, I think people aren't even talking about, but has a lot of good players. This is the X factor. This and Sumrall, quite frankly. Those are the X factors. They could be decent. And they got a softer schedule than they've had in the last 3 years, which helps. Not super easy, but it's definitely not like it was the last couple of years. So big news out of Gainesville. Aaron Philo named quarterback. And they don't play this week. Florida State plays this week on Saturday.
Wild.
But obviously the Gators don't play for another, whatever it is, 12 days or so. Get your Stadium Pulse segment ready to go. Put it in fancy new graphics and stuff.
Oh.
Hit a new button, maybe a sounder.
Let's go.
We will definitely have some.
Right? Play a song with it.
When's the Georgia breakdown going to be? Like the state of the...
I know exactly what sound I'm going to do.
Okay.
Oh, let's go.
For Georgia or for all of it?
We'll see.
This is, you got somebody to help you, too. Chandler's sitting here.
Bad
another
boys,
dog.
what you want to do. And I'm going to come for you. Bad boys.
That's good.
What you going to do? Yeah.
Speaking of, did you see?
Because cops.
Yeah, I get it.
That's
You
the
didn't
joke.
have to
Well, I'm
explain
making
it.
sure Hamby there's things Hamby hasn't seen. So I got to run it. Chandler, it's called the show Cops. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, everybody know. We're on the same page.
Have I ever told you the story when I first moved to Jacksonville? I've probably said it, but not on air. Where my buddy, we're moving down to Jacksonville in 2008 from Albany.
Yeah, I've heard
And my buddy calls me up on my way down, like a 12-hour, 14-hour, whatever drive with my dad. And he's like, "Hey, man, I heard you're moving to Jacksonville." Like, yeah, I'm moving to Jacksonville. He's like, "You ever watch the show Cops?" And I really have watched the show Cops, but it wasn't like I didn't watch it all the time.
Oh,
but I guess a lot of Jacksonville
cops.
presence.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. We were a hardcore Cops family growing up. That's how we spent our Fridays evenings.
So you had heard of Jacksonville because of
Cops
Cops
without
too?
a doubt, man.
Okay.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
And so to kind of, did you guys already go into the Travis Hunter thing? Since you just
No.
pretty wild. Did you see this? When Travis Hunter had a ride along?
Oh yes.
With Sheriff TK Waters?
Yes.
And they're involved?
Yeah.
It's a pretty common thing for people to go on ride-alongs, right? But what here's what I'm thinking. First of all, I thought, Travis Hunter looks good, man. He'd make a good cop.
Sure.
Looks good in that.
Sure.
The whole get-up.
Yeah.
Uniform. Look at him.
Yeah.
Looks at that.
Now, you understand people have, there's some people have, you thought him getting baptized before a game was bad.
I saw it go like crazy. I didn't see the reaction to it. Oh, yeah. Like, what do they feel about it?
What's up?
What is he doing?
Why is he doing it?
Man.
People that think, what is he doing? Why?
Well, I was going to ask you that. Obviously, the Jags. Are there some moments where you're just like,
We were inside these containers with false bottoms.
That's
That's pretty good.
I don't know. Does that come to mind at all as an organization? Or is that in the community?
Bottoms? Yeah, so there we go.
Experiencing the community in different kind of ways? Because I think it could go both ways. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just asking you.
Trafficking and all.
Is that some of the things they're saying?
Yes, people have an issue.
Good, you're going to kill my fantasy team.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's that.
Yeah, there's that.
Should be trafficking for fantasy anyway.
Dang, that jump's strong.
Yes, sir.
You said yes.
How do you feel about it?
Is your fat on this week? No, don't get close to that.
I haven't spoken to him yet because I was going to see what you guys said.
Weed. I feel the best way. Sometimes
and what else, guys?
Right? So then,
meth.
When you have your star player,
most likely cocaine,
polarized
probably
figure
something
outside of Jackson,
retinol, and
I think a lot of
I would think that.
Where's the car appearing? Is the car appearing?
Yes, just no doubt.
Them boys got the kingpin.
Locally, it's like, all right.
They don't call the kingpin.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think that far outweigh
See, kids, don't do drugs.
if that's worth it.
Don't do drugs, man. It's not worth it. Not worth it going to jail.
Be in Jacksonville for a really long time, that would be worth it to kind of maintain some roots there. I think that's a connection that you can make, as he's trying to be, he's with the sheriff, he's local, he's a JSO, whatever. I think that'd be worth it.
I'm trying to think. Like, I agree with you, by the way. I think there is something to that. I think it's kind of. I think that part's cool. I don't go too into much of the depths of how people feel about police and everything else. Like, I just that's not where my mind goes. Okay. I was curious. My mind goes more toward do you want? I don't know what level of risk there is in a ride along. I don't think probably a lot. I think you wouldn't be in a ride along if there was a high level of risk. Fully understand. Mm-hmm. So, but that's where my mind goes more. So much like him kicking field goals on the practice field.
Yeah,
that's it's really not that much more different. It's like, is it going to be available September 13th?
Sure. Yeah.
So like that's kind of where I think a lot of fans' minds goes and everywhere else. Mm-hmm. But I actually will say this from a PR standpoint. I don't fully understand the whole like what are you looking for to get it out there? Like I was a little. I mean, you could do a ride along and never put it out there that he went. So
I would assume that JSO really wants that out there.
They really do.
Oh,
want
without
that out
a
there.
doubt, man. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to show the.
Absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
I think even like Donna Deegan, I think the city wants that out there.
Yes.
Right? Like not everyone's gonna maybe be positive about it, but I think the overall totality of society would be like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you do. So you see the value in that.
Oh, I definitely see the value in it. But I'm not naive to say like,
well, you're going
to
come
with criticism. Yeah, of course.
Which he's very aware of, but also, I mean, when you're as big as he is, you're going to get criticism left and right for putting having your game room look a certain way. Right? It just comes with the territory. All right, hey, recycled headlines of the day, republicservices.com, by the way. Check them out, Republic Services /lithium batteries. So know what to do with your lithium batteries. A lot of education on that now, so you don't start fires in garbage trucks in your own home at the recycling centers. So check it out, republicservices.com. And our recycled headlines are really simple. I got two big quarterback announcements. Deshaun Watson is going to start week 1. Against the Jaguars for the Cleveland Browns, and Aaron Philo is going to start week 1 for the Florida Gators. Beats out Termel Jones out of Mandarin High School for the starting gig, at least for now, in John Summerall's first game as the head coach of the Florida Gators. So huge news, really, on the quarterback front here to Cleveland on a Monday. And the other big news is we got a new look, and I kind of liked it. Hope everybody else did too. Nice work, Hamby. By the way, killed the over-under. I mean, that little. The video ran out there, and that was the only mistake I saw. There were probably more.
Oh, yeah.
That was the only
we'll have to go back and watch
saw.
the film a little bit. We'll go back and check the tape.
Check
the tape Tuesdays?
Yes.
That sounds original.
Then I'm going to do a press conference on it before the show tomorrow.
Yeah. Speaking of
doing that.
Speaking of press conference before we head out, Hamby.
All right, that was a little late.
That was a little late. Yeah, it wasn't the most ideal. Hamby, make it smaller. There you go.
Come on. Are you trying to get the 3.5?
That's amazing. Hamby, any thoughts before we head out about the Brewers-Braves series? Are we good?
Oh, well, you've got $20 in your pocket.
Yep, I sent that.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for paying your bets.
You're welcome. Yeah, the odds are always against me in this one. It was a horrible bet for me, but it's one that you have to. No, you have to take it. When somebody challenges you in 1-on-1, and it's your team versus theirs,
I appreciate it.
You have to take it.
Here's the thing: like you can't put in our notes that the Braves salvaged Game 3. The notes on the email have to be, "I lost the bet to Austen."
That was obvious. That was obvious. But I thought maybe we would get into the Williams-Port thing last night. just for a second.
We got tomorrow to do that.
Yeah.
We want to get into it. What were the ratings?
It's tomorrow.
Nobody cares. Man.
We had Cole Van Landen in the hopper, and I don't think we went to it.
We had Jaguars jerseys because we had Jaguars jerseys to worry about.
That's right.
By the way, the Texans released their video, so it seems like the tattoo is going to be something, because the Texans got to do with their downtown and their street lights, because they keep teasing street lights for the Texans. So tattoo is definitely going to mean something, I think, for the Jaguars jerseys.
Okay.
If it's Jaguars print,
you might be disappointed.
Yeah, a little bit. We'll see then.
Hey, let's get out of here. And before we do so, a shout out to Rich Jones and everybody with Carathon. We had some tremendous guests on Friday. Thanks everybody for the donations. Chandler Dantzler included as well, and we made a donation on behalf of the show. I know Delphonic and some others did too, so we appreciate that. All part of $380,000 raised for the Child Cancer Fund. So a heck of a weekend with that crew and everybody else in Jacksonville that helped participate.
Man, to talk about a turnover in the radio set, I don't recognize any of those people. Is that Kuz in the back or not?
That is Kuz.
Okay, I see Kuz.
Yeah, I did see Kuz.
Don't notice anybody else.
Clark Howard.
You got Rich Jones and Kuz.
What is Rich? I didn't even see. Oh, yeah, Rich in the okay. Yep, Brent Martineau. I see you, Rich. Yeah, a lot of turnover, huh?
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
Yeah.
You weren't the only one. A lot of key cards don't work over there.
Get him, Brent.
We'll be back
Got him.
tomorrow, 10 a.m. with new uniforms. Can't wait.
Let's go.
We'll see you tonight on TV and also 2 o'clock today. Talk It Up with me, O'Brien.
When we say the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is everywhere, we mean it. If you don't want to see our ugly faces and you just want to hear our takes, listen to the podcast. It's up 30 minutes after every live show. Spotify, iTunes, Apple, Google Play. It's really that simple. Just pull out your phone. I'm on Spotify, Action Sports Jacks. Every episode is right there, split into hour chunks, so you get exactly what you're looking for.
I think it would be a better chance that Branson Combs wins the weak side linebacker spot than Wyatt Milam wins the right guard spot. And that's more because Patrick McCurry has done more in the league.
Stupid take.
He's more.
Maybe you only have 15 minutes before the kids come home. You don't have time to listen to the full show. You're craving Jags content. The YouTube page is for you. We have a separate playlist called Brent and Austen Show Segments. It's Jags-only conversations right there every day. Subscribe. Don't miss any Jags content. Action Sports Jags.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service. A meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily access Action News Jax Now using your Roku device. First, launch Roku. Next, use the menu list to scroll down to the search feature. Then, use the remote to enter Action News Jax into the search